Hey, beautiful people. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back. Welcome to our channel. How is everyone doing tonight? Happy new month. Today is the first day of August. Hooray! Wow, fantastic. God is so good. First of all, before we get into tonight's show, I just want to congratulate you and thank God for your life, for God keeping you, sustaining you, and preserving you to see another month, which is the eighth month of the year. Wow. What a good God. What a mighty God. I thank God for your life, for making us see yet another month. Slowly but surely, we're moving to the end of the year. So I just thank God for you and I and everything that He's done for us. Most importantly, for the gift of life. Life and good health are the most priceless possession that anyone can have. Without those two, nothing else matters. You must have life, you must have good well being, mental, physical, emotional health. Very, very important. Thank you so much, everyone. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up as you are joining tonight's show. It's going to be really, really interesting. I can see a lot of people are interested already. If you are in the studio, kindly give us a thumbs up before we get into the show. I want to specially welcome all my members, all those who support me on Patreon. Thank you so much, every one of you. Thank you for all that you do. Thanks for always kicking it with me on this channel. Whenever I set up a show, I don't come here and it's me alone. Oh my God, you guys are here. Oh, your mom is 60 today. Oh, wow. Obodo fan, shopper helper said, my mom turned 60 today. I'm so happy. Congratulations to you and your mom. I wish her a long and healthy, happy life. Happy birthday to your wonderful mom. Please give her our love here. Happy new month, Obodo fam. I salute you all. I greet una special today. Special greeting, I greet una today. Thank you all so much for being here. Please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And thank you so much. So, today, what do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about today? Oh, what do we want to talk about? Now, now, we did our own JJJ yesterday. Oh, we were sitting on our own, minding our business. You. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to have another show today. A young lady was going to come. She'll come tomorrow now. Um, but I didn't get to have time to talk to her because I was so busy. Mm. Uh, Now we come here say, man of prestige, how are you? I saw your show on Stella. I don't know, maybe you have a crush on Stella because you are too nice to her. You're always nice. I don't know. I think you have something for her. Eh? Do you have a crush? Don't be deceived, oh. Don't be deceived. The Lila has a very pretty face. So, man of prestige, I was listening to your show today. I was like, oh, la, you don't hide your likeness for this woman. Anyway, I caught the video on Instagram where this madam was talking about how she and Daniel, I can never pronounce his first name, so forgive me. Now, some Nigerian names are very complex to pronounce, even for us Nigerians. So I just know it starts with an A. And next thing, she was saying how she and the first wife are friends. I was taken aback. I was like, friends, Bibawu. Orisha jẹ́ ń pé méjì obìnrin ò mà sí. How are you friends with somebody that you allegedly took her husband, snatched her husband, took their son, and whatever? I know people make an argument and say, oh, you can't actually snap a man. You don't snatch a man. You don't, yeah, it's true you can snatch. It's not like Daniel was not an active participant in the snatchy. Oh my God. He was very, very active. He was very, very active and he allowed himself to be snatched. He allowed himself to be snapped. Hmm. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much. He did allow himself to be snapped. And when a woman who so for those of you who don't know these people, yeah, let me give a very brief update. I'm sure a lot of you know because I heard Stella saying on that interview with I think his name is called Teju Babyface that I found out from YouTube. It's from YouTube that I found out that the man has left. It's from YouTube. And in my mind, I was thinking, our videos must be one of those videos where she saw because she said she Googled herself on YouTube. Yeah, she said she Googled herself. She said she and Doris are friends, Obola. She said they are now friends. They're actually friends. Come on for Ogo. I'm going to play you the video. In my mind, I was thinking, you know what? Okay. She found out that the man had left. The man was supposed to travel and all that. That actually she and Doris, they are friends. That I'm like, come on now. Please. Will you keep quiet? You and Doris can never be friends. No woman will be friends with another woman who, you know, got together with her husband when they were still married. No woman. Let's be honest. I don't know what she was trying to. She was trying to farms Doris. I mean, the reports are that Doris, who was a very successful actress in Nigeria, left to go to the US. She relocated to US tikpa tikpa just to be close to her son. That is the only child that this woman has. You are telling me that you are friends? That is the first thing that caught my attention. I was like, come on now. Babe, please, come on. When if we are deceiving each other, they say if we are deceiving each other, let us know. Tá bá ń tọra wa, ó yẹ ká máa sọ fún ara wa pé mò ń tọ́ ẹ ni o. Why are you saying that you are friends? Anyway, so apparently Uncle Daniel left to go and do wedding. I get video. Thanks to one Obodo fam. Obodo fam, you guys are too much. So people were sharing the stream with me as usual. They will be sharing with me on DM on Instagrams. And somebody on Instagram, one Obodo fam say, Auntie B, when I saw Daniel's wedding, I was shocked. I was like, you mean Daniel is married? And she was like, I saw the wedding. I was like, no, you are joking. Stop the cap. D. Thank you. That is all. We need to borrow that. We need to borrow that soundtrack from Ola. Stop the cap, Stella. Please stop the cap. I know you are so anxious to be a marriage therapist or counselor or whatever, marriage coach. You and Daniel tried it. It didn't work. Nobody listened to you. Internet does not forget. Nigerians will not forget. They may have forgiven you, but they will never forget because everybody was pained. It's just like what is happening with Yol and Watermelon today now. Tomorrow, Watermelon will now come and say she's doing marriage counselor. Maro Prestige. You saw the way you were romanticizing the whole thing. You're like, it's possible they are friends. Stop the cap. Let's stop it. Will you stop it? We women, Amarawa, we know ourselves well. Our friendship, especially when a man is involved. That is BS. Complete BS. No, you're not going to be friends with that woman. Never. You can tolerate them. You can put up with them. You can force yourself to have conversations with them because of your child. But you are never ever going to like them. Let me tell you something. I don't care how good a person Doris Samo, we know she's a sweet soul. You know how I know she's a sweet soul? Because since all this drama has been happening for years now, this woman didn't say pim. You think people didn't want her to come and grant interview? You think they didn't want her to come and drag Stella and Daniel on social media? No, she didn't. All she wanted was to have custody of her child or to be involved in her child's life. There's no way they can be friends. Anyway, Let's move on, guys. Give us a thumbs up. This tea is gonna be too sweet this night. I hope you have your tea ready. Do you have your tea? If it's ogogoro you are drinking, shall have it ready because you know what we always say on this platform, pay any home that is built on another woman's tears will never stand. Hmm? Today is that day. Yesterday was that day. The day that Daniel walked out on Stella to go and wed another woman was that day. Because you know what they say? You lose them the same way you got them. Yes. How did she get Stella? He was married to Doris. Sweet family. Abieti Bagbeni. Have you guys forgotten? He was a producer. Doris was an actress. They seem very, very happy. It might not have been perfect. Which marriage is perfect? Everybody has their own issues, right? Let me refresh your memory before I go to her video when she was yarning up pata. This is Daniel, young Daniel. You can see him. Oh, that's the baby in question. He was only a baby. I think he was just maybe a few years old. So Uncle decided that, okay, I need to upgrade. I've seen a more sophisticated woman. Maybe she's more beautiful, or maybe I'm not attracted to my wife anymore. I think somebody didn't tell this uncle, this Daniel, because with everything I will know now, we can categorically say that he's a Mongo Park, right? Yes, Mongo Park do have pretty face. Some of them have pretty faces as well. This uncle is a capital Mongo Park with a capital M, M, M. My goodness. Lóòótọ́. It is not a smart thing, no. Next thing we know. They started as business. They say we were doing business partner. People said when we did the show that they saw them always flying to Abuja. They were together. And the rumor is that he was always telling his wife that they are business partners. Shebi, back then, Stella was an actress, and he is a producer, so he can easily sell that story to his wife. Now, from business, now in the enter Kerewa, before you know, bagam, uncle, don't move. Oh. This man, I just pray that, I don't know. Because it's one thing to end a marriage. It's one thing for you to walk away. It's okay if you decide that, okay, I not do it again. I not love you again. I love somebody else. But taking a woman's child away from her, because for most women, when a marriage ends, especially if it's a marriage that they are committed to and they are still in love with that man, the thing that consoles them is their children. The children is the one who say, at least I got this one. Let me console myself. But you see this Mongo Park called Daniel decided to uproot this boy because it was Nigeria. I remember in Nigeria, children normally is the man, is the father that has the children. Women have very little say because of the extreme patriarchy that is practiced both in Nigerian culture, and even in courts. You yank that boy away and took that boy with your new lover and her two children. And guess what? They relocated to the America. As if they can run away from us, Nigeria. You can run, but you cannot hide. Evil cannot hide. Evil. He cannot hide. They left Doris alone in Nigeria. No husband, no child. I can only imagine what she went through. I can only imagine what this woman must have got through in those years. My goodness. If you want to marry Stella, maybe you carry your face and carry yourself and go and marry Stella and have your children with Stella. No, 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 no. This Mongo Park didn't do that. What he did was that he yanked this boy off the mother and ran away to the US with Stella and the two children she had in her previous marriage. Remember, this was Stella's third marriage. Her first marriage, the husband passed away. She was married to one guy that passed away, sadly. Then, before you know, she married another person in Zerebe, he's called. That one didn't even last. I don't think it lasted up to 2 years. The next thing is Daniel. Okay? It's all right. You can marry whoever you want to marry. If you want to be married every AK market day, no wahala. It's your life. You're an adult. You can marry all the men in Nigeria if you want to. The man too can marry all the women if he wants to. But the part that really hurt a lot of people who are not even related, including myself, why I sit down for this matter gidigba, and I'm not saying another person matter. Now Sabi carry for my head before. Now the part when they collect Doris speaking, it pain me. I can't sit down and think am. If somebody carry my pikin travel, follow another woman, go, how I go feel am? How I go take am? The thing, I don't know how I go take am. I don't know how the thing go pay me reach. Now I think come social media. Are you guys updated now? That was the story so far. They were living in America. They tried to do movies. They tried to do reality show. They tried to do all that. I don't know. I don't think they were quite successful in doing that. And then they started having issues. Then Uncle decided that, you know what? It's time for me to try a third marriage. After all, you, Stella, you're in your third marriage. Me too. I can do a third marriage, Abby. Whether they are doing competition no, on the number of marriages, I don't know. I don't know whether they are doing competition or not. Because somebody in the post yesterday, I was laughing when I saw the marriage video when Daniel was marrying again. Somebody said, this uncle, I beg, how many times you go marry? I don't know. Daniel don't do wedding again. Uncle, oh malaya again. Ha. Okay. Now let's watch the video. Come out for Ogun because there's just so much to say. And I'm not going to be the one that is saying this alone. I know people are itching to say something. Because she was saying that people were saying it's karma. People were saying all that. Actually, we are cool. Actually, we are friends. Ben we sound. Ben buruku ye sound. Ben oshi ye sound. How can you be friends? Is that what she said? My head was hot. I was like, you are friends? You and Doris are friends. Really? Okay. Let's watch Auntie talking about her friendship with the woman that she allegedly eloped with her husband or stole her husband. Let's
in being a respectful person. A lot of things were said about me on YouTube because that's how I found out that my marriage had ended on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that my marriage had ended. Yeah.
Let's just stop here for a minute. What do you mean you didn't know your marriage had ended? You were just browsing YouTube. You were looking for Beyonce.
Hey, sorry about that.
I pride myself in being a respectful person. A lot of things were said about me on YouTube because that's how I found out that my marriage had.
So you can imagine how she found out on YouTube. She found out on YouTube that her marriage has ended. So you can imagine how Doris found out. They say the passion that they used to beat the elderly wife, it's what they will use to beat the yawo kekere. Whether you like it or not, the passion is on top of the roof. When your time comes, they will break the passion down and they will use it on you properly. I don't know whether she was looking for empathy, whether she was trying to explain. I don't know what she was looking for because I tell you, my people, you need to go and read the comments. She didn't get any of that. She found out from YouTube. Like you were not having problems already, right? And you know, all this while, when they were living in the US, they were trying to pepper them. They are doing pepper them. I don't know, all these snatchy people, they're always trying to do too much. Or no, they do too much. You're always trying to show that your marriage is happy. Who asked you? Whether he's happy or not, it's you that know. You are the one that go to bed with that person every day. So it's you that know. She said she found out from YouTube that her marriage had ended.
Ended on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that my marriage had ended. Yeah.
Let's just stop here for a minute. What do you mean you didn't know your marriage had ended? You were just browsing YouTube. You were looking for Beyonce videos and then you saw. I mean, come on.
Well, the man in question traveled and was supposed to be away for a while and was supposed to come back. And a few days after the man traveled, my phone was buzzing.
Is it the way she's calling him the man? I think she doesn't want to drag his name. So like the man in question traveled. It's the same way he traveled. That time he used to travel with you. It's the same way. Like I said, it's exactly, you see, exactly what he did to Doris is what he did to Stella. Mm, yes. Uh-huh. Oh, somebody said that Teju shut off the comments. Nigerian women are not playing. Faith said that when Teju Babyface posted their interview on his IG, the comments were not favorable towards Stella Damascus. So he had to update the video and shut off the comments. Oh my God. Oh, you see, women, men, brothers out there. This Stella is a good example for you to know. You see all of them. Mercy Aigbe. Somebody said Mercy Aigbe is next in line for this miracle. Yeah, she will receive it. It's only a question of time. That one, did you not see she went to Hajj? She's a confirmed Muslim now. Somebody that can change her religion overnight just because of Bola, because of man. That's to tell you the desperation that these girls, how desperate they are. All of them, one by one, ni. Passion yen, o ma to de. He will get to them. One by one, ni o, is coming. Watermelon, Messi, all of them, they go collect. It's a question of time. So, Nigerians will not forget, oh. They will not forget. Don't even try it. There was one time that Pastor Shola was trying to do some things with Stella. If you see the comments, you will laugh the roof for ground. People are like, Pastor Shola, please, if you want to do marriage, anything marriage, not Stella. Not Stella. I don't think people can forgive her for this thing, honestly. And you know, our society tends to hold women more responsible or more accountable when there is a snatching situation. We'll come to Daniel, but let's hear what Auntie has to say.
I received messages from people saying, "What's going on? Are you okay? Why didn't you tell me that there was something wrong? Blah, 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 blah." Then I'm like, what are all these links they're sending me? And I'm like, Ruma, Isabel, let's go. Something's up. Let's put YouTube for me. And I'm there typing my name. And before I'm done typing my name, I pride myself in
We are
being
part
a
of that,
respect.
oh. We are part of that. I'm very, very proud of it. Every video I've done about Stella, honestly, I do not regret it one bit. Because you know what? She has a very pretty face. She's soft spoken. She's always calling God, Jesus, Jesus. But my personal feeling and opinion about her, you might not agree with me, you might agree with me, is that she has a black heart. Honestly, I see her as Delilah. That's how I see her. Yes. And you can argue and say, Auntie B, why are you so hard on her? Shebi is Daniel that went there. Yes, Daniel went there because, of course, he thought he was going to have it better. He thought he was upgrading, but Kilobade, Shebi, somebody had told us now in the comment section, his career, by now, you know how Nollywood has moved since the time he moved to America. Nollywood went from home video to Netflix, to Amazon Prime, to big cinema blockbusters that they will you go and see what Odulade, even in the Yoruba movie industry. Odulade and what's it called? Femi Adebayo, the kind of movies they are producing. I saw one Femi Adebayo's movie on Amazon Prime the other day. My God, I raised my heart for that guy. I was like, wow, it was international standard. That's to tell you how much Uncle would have been cashing out by now if he was still in Nigeria doing his movie production, and because that's where the market is. You can't say you are an actor in Nollywood and you go to Hollywood. What are you gonna do there? What are you gonna do there? You are saying you're a Nigerian actress, you move to Hollywood. For what? Or you move to India. Is it Bollywood they will put you in their movie? These guys are making serious money. Mo Abudu is making serious money from one blockbuster movie or the other. He was right there at the beginning. So I'm saying this to say to you, brothers, when you think that Pastor Shola is always warning you about Ironyo, fine, you say, everybody just be sure that career will need by because you can make some you can take some steps that will, instead of moving you forward, you will set yourself back years in terms of your progression. I'm telling you. Yes. Lizzie says she has no heart. A black heart is too much to give her. Oshejare. I'm trying to be nice because this woman, The part that I blame her for, even though, Daniel was a very, very willing, participant. He carried himself to go and be cheating on his wife, dating Stella when he was still married, lied to Stella, according to what she's confessing like a witch now. My dear, if it's a woman that, as a woman that you have children of your own, the condition you should have told Daniel is that, okay, I might get together with you. We might get together. We might want to marry. I'm okay. We love each other, all that. But this boy, leave the boy to be with his mother. That is what I expected Stella to do. Don't take this boy away. But she wanted to be doing blended family. Olori Buruku blended family. You allowed him to take the boy away from Doris and left her with nothing. Ayema Nika. No, Ayenika. Ayenika. That part of it really hurt me. I was like, what? They took the boy to America for years. That boy did not see his mother. Do you know what attachment is? Some of you that are psychologists here, you understand what, when we talk about, children forming attachment to their primary caregiver. And when that attachment is broken, it can have serious consequences in terms of behavior and the development of a child. You remove that child from the mother who was the primary caregiver because you want to do blended family in America. I don't care what Daniel told you. I don't care what lies he said about his wife. You have no business taking another woman's child to go and be forming blended family. That is where my problem is in all this scenario. If Daniel had just left that child for Doris and followed Stella to go and be doing their Olori Buruku wherever they went to, who cares? Doris would have moved on with her life. But without that child, it was like a part of her was missing. Hence, she had to leave America. Somebody that was acting in big movies in Nigeria had to go to America and started from scratch. I hear she was braiding hair. I know there's money in braiding hair, but you cannot compare braiding hair in America to somebody that was a celebrity in Nigeria. Somebody who was a first-class actor in Nigeria. Come on now. No. That one, no. Do me. I'm not going to lie. I took it personal. Do me.
Videos just start coming up. Stella's dead marriage crashes. Karma. There's that. There's Stella in this, that. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that, And I called, we had a conversation, and even at that time, I still didn't know that anything like that had happened until I got the final call to say, no, I'm not coming back. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. I don't want to go into full details. Ted, you don't do this to me. I've never talked about this or mentioned this, So it's, of course, every marriage has issues. And people don't know how it all started, what impressions were created, what was said, what was not said. I'm not even going to, out of respect for all parties involved, there are some things that I'll just probably leave as is. But one thing I will say, though, is that it's important for you as a human being. Videos just start coming up to know yourself more and love yourself more and know what you want and what you don't want, so that nobody will come to you and make you see things and tell you these are the things that you should do.
To be honest, I don't understand what she was trying to say here. I really don't understand. I don't understand. It's better for you to know yourself. It's better for you to know yourself so that somebody... How long will it take you to know yourself? This is your third bloody marriage. We are not shaming you or counting marriage for you. But you know what you did. Come on now. What are you saying? I see somebody, our accountability prefect is always upset when people are trying to shift blame. You are not taking on it. I made a mistake. I thought it was going to be it turned out not to be Don't come here and you're starting and when somebody you know yourself. You don't know yourself at what age? When are you going to know yourself? When will you know yourself? I beg you, leave matter. Know yourself. You start preaching, doing psychology talk like Ola.
What? Because if you don't have that strength and identity of yourself, someone who is supposed to be that person for you can decide who you should be and how you should be. But the whole thing has polarized people, friends, family members, in-laws.
Of course
Like,
it will.
I'm on this person's side. Oh, I'm team this, I'm team that.
Of
That's why I
course.
really don't talk about it. It's not as if I'm scared of anything. No, it's done. Some people are even wondering, are they still married? No, I'm not. I'm divorced. I'm single. This is the first time I'm saying it categorically because
I mean, according to what you told me, you guys are not even enemies.
we're not. I have not. You know, there's a way you present something, people will think you're just trying to defend yourself and make yourself look good. And I'm a private person. I do videos talk to know yourself more, random things, but my private life, I'm very private. So we're not enemies. We actually talk, but I don't come out to say, hey, those that are fighting me and saying that I did this to her, I did that. We are talking now, we're friends, because that's the
She said that she and Doris are not enemies. Amarinko. We are not enemies. We are actually friends. Okay, Emagbo. Let me. This is so funny to me. Honestly, friends, Bibawo. How? When?
expectation. We are friends. We'll even start posting ourselves and oh, darling, oh, baby. I'm not that kind of person because I value privacy.
Okay.
We're good. We're friends. We have been talking even before people ever thought that. Like when all of this was going on, when all the media wahala was going on, we had already started talking.
She had no choice but to talk to you. She was talking to you because you were keeping her child. Hey, I don't know. Is this woman so out of it? I don't know. Is she so completely out of it that she's so unaware? Are we saying that she's deluded or she's just lying to herself? Because at this point now, I don't know what to say. We were cool. She was talking to me. She had no choice. They say where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. Where your treasure is where your heart is. If your child is with somebody, you will do everything to keep your animosity on the side so that you can have access to your child. Doris was in Nigeria. These people were in America with her child. What choice did she have in this matter? Eh? So I don't care what anybody says. I don't believe that there was any friendship. I think this is my personal opinion. You can believe what you want to believe, right? Or I think that Doris had no choice. She had to, make sure she kept that line of communication open so she can have access to her child. How many of you remember the video when Doris saw her child for the first time when she went to America? It was such an emotional moment. The boy had grown and she hadn't seen him for years. People were literally crying when they saw that video. This is how touched people were with this matter. You say, you are friends. What friends? I don't know. Maybe they are friends, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Doris is a better person than I am. But I don't see any friendship forming here. I don't see it. Sorry.
Because we had a common denominator.
Okay.
Her child.
Okay.
That he was with me and he was her child. So we had to come together to find the best way for his interests.
Okay.
It wasn't about me, it wasn't about her or the man. It was about the child. That was everybody's interest. That was the one connecting everyone. You couldn't avoid that. So we were not enemies. Not in the least. I random things, but my private life, I'm very private. So we're not enemies. I told you about it. I showed you some things ahead.
Yeah,
So
you and Doris Simeon, you're not enemies.
we're not enemies.
I mean, so I laugh now because when you said common denominator, I thought it was the man.
No.
But that's a common denominator as well now. Isn't that a common denominator? Teju was being funny there. Was saying when you say a common denominator, I thought of course the man is a common denominator as well. But Doris, you see the way I see her, the way I see Stella, she's not somebody that is accountable for any. We are human beings. We make mistakes. Nobody is perfect, right? But one thing that's why I love Honey Babe. She teaches us all the time here about being accountable. If you're somebody that cannot reflect and you hold your own ish and say, I did this, I'm wrong, I shouldn't have done this, my mistake, my bad, I'm sorry, then you can never make changes. I don't see this woman as somebody who ever thinks she's done anything wrong. No. She's kept saying we are friends. We are friends. The common denominator is the child. The common denominator is the child. Why didn't you give her child? Hmm? Why did you not give her child back? You had your own children living in your home. How will you feel if somebody took your own children? How will you feel? Isn't that wickedness? Common denominator.
I mean, because according to my own mathematics, my emotional geometry, I am thinking that if two women who are ex-wives of a guy bond together, then it must be that it is the man. There's something about the man, because it cannot be. It must be that they are finally seeing something about the man on which they can compare and share notes. Otherwise, they wouldn't be friends. Think with me here. Yes, ma'am. Because it must be that, because it couldn't have been that in the beginning when he left her and he was with you. It couldn't have been that you and she at that point were friends.
No.
You couldn't have been
friends. That time you were friends. The minute Daniel left Doris to be with you, you were friends. Why didn't you say so that you're friends? I was waiting to hear that actually, we've been friends for a long time. Oh, we're just sharing, she got tired of the husband, passed him to me. And, now that I'm, it's like my time has passed and Daniel has moved on to another one. You should have said that. Since we are not owning up here, we are just trying to push blames around and point accusing fingers about things that were said, things that were told, and things that you found out. What did you expect? That Daniel is gold, or that he has no fault, is not human? I don't know what she was expecting, to be honest. So for somebody that's been on this rodeo twice, you would think she has more insight. At least if you don't work out one journey before, you don't work out a second time. The third time you open your eyes, say, this one, I gotta sharpen my eye. No, I can't see any of that. I'm sorry, I can't.
Just seen her like 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
It could have only been after he left that you now looked and she now looked. And you was like, wait, we are not enemies here.
Told you about it. I showed you some things ahead.
You and Doris Simeon, you're not.
So it wasn't when he left that we became friends.
Okay.
He was still there when we were cool. When I say friends, it's not as if we go out to lunch dates or go shopping together.
Oh, really? I thought you were doing bestie and taking selfies and going on vacation. No. Ah, really? Ah, okay. Maybe I got it wrong.
But you know how you're cool with someone because she's an intelligent, beautiful woman. She's very talented.
You see how he's praising her? Oh, Turubeke. She's praising Doris. She's an intelligent, beautiful woman. She's very talented. And you know that, so you know. Ah, I see. I'm getting the vibes of, how in polygamy, when we're growing up, if you see a polygamous family, once there's a wife and a second wife, there will be big basketballs between them. But when a third wife now comes in, the two first wives will now join together to be fighting the third wife. This is the vibe I'm getting here. I might be wrong, my people. But I tell you, this lady is freaking hilarious. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. So she is. I didn't know.
She doesn't have the impressions out there, because the person that I got to know, even over the phone, was someone totally different from the impression that was created in the first place, So we would talk, especially about the boy, never about, the man. It was about the child. What's best for him? What's going on with school? Oh, he's coming to you, or he's coming to me. Or what do we do for him? Oh, he needs this, he needs that. How do we do it? Just to make sure that he was okay. So that's how it all started, just to make sure there was peace, everybody was fine for his sake, because you don't want to start pulling him and making him have animosity towards any party involved, So it wasn't.
So, my people, ladies and gentlemen, that is your pretty face Stella confessing about how she and Doris Simon are now friends. So introducing Daniel's latest bride. Ta-da! Apparently, you can't make this thing up. I not gonna lie. Usually, I'm not somebody that likes to laugh at somebody's pain. But this one, I swear, I'm not gonna lie. It is sweet me for bed as it is sweet them. As it is pain them, it is sweet me. I'm sorry, but this one sweets me. I not gonna lie. Mm-mm. Let me be honest to you guys. I like being honest. This one sweets me. It sweets me. Daniel, I domo waiting be name. He carry him two left leg. Come up for Stella house. Said he was traveling. Uncle went to go and get married to somebody else. I have a video. Thanks to Bodo Farm. Hmm? That is a real picture of the new Iyawo. Iyawo tuntun ti dé o. And the old wife is saying that they are now friends. That's why I gave you that example. Hmm? That's why I gave you that example of two where in polygamous situation where they now became friends. Emergency friendship, buddy. So you are now sitting down to talk about the man. Hey, he did this to you. Hey, this is what he did to me too. Hey, he's like this. So this is how he behaves when he's angry. Oh. This is how he doesn't eat. Oh, this is how he doesn't care about when he's upset. He will leave the app. You now start sharing all that because of what? You are now both exes. Abby, that's why you are friends now. So let me introduce you to wife number 3 of Mr. Daniel Idomo something. I don't know his surname. I can't pronounce it. Sorry, guys. Let me introduce you to the video of the wedding that took place in the America. Yes, that is Daniel, my people. That is a real wedding going on in real time. Yes. Hmm? That is bride. They are kissing. They are hailing him. Hmm? I think they were doing competition. Was like, you know what? You are on your third one. Me too. I have to get on my third one now. You can see that this Daniel is a real Mongo Park. Can you believe that this guy? You know my gender now. My gender is always available now. Abba, if you like married 10 times, they are still at. They will. Maybe auntie has been praying now. Ọlọ́run ṣèyanu, Ọlọ́run ṣèyanu, Ọlọ́run ṣèyanu. And he brought you Doris's and what's her name? Doris's and Stella's ex. Not about a wedding, no. He actually did a wedding ceremony for the third freaking time. He's a serial husband. Bakari says he's a serial husband. He's a serial wedded man. Uncle actually wedded someone else. And Stella said in that interview that they've been divorced for 3 years. So apparently he left to be with another woman. Is this the day of reckoning? I want to say that, as you take cash them, now so you take they lose them. I mean, people were concerned about the boy. Remember, he has a son because he never had any child with he didn't get to have a child with I don't know, maybe they tried, it didn't work, or maybe she didn't want to. I don't know what the situation is. Guys, if you want to join the conversation, just jump in. The link is in the comment section. But they never got to have any child. And by this time, Doris had relocated, left her acting career to move to the US to be closer to her son. And that is her only child, as far as I know. She doesn't have any other child. If you guys know any different, please let me know in the comment section. Stella is 50 years old. Loto. I didn't know. Nelly Grace says Stella is 50 years old. Okay, I don't know her age, Sha. Anyway, they never had any children. And now, uncle is on another marriage. You saw the wedding. I played the wedding video to you. And people were concerned. Are you telling me that this man keeps dragging this boy from one woman to the other? Is this not going to affect this boy's mental health? Is this not going to mess up this boy's mental health? And then somebody in the comment section on that blog where it was posted on social media, it was on Instagram, I saw it, said that the boy is now with his mother. Okay. My love for you is real. Says Stella is in her 40s. She tried but could not have a child with Stella. They couldn't have a child. Okay. So apparently they said that the boy is no longer with Daniel. That is with his mother, his biological mother now. Finally. All right. So uncle has married for the third time. Ó tiẹ̀ ṣèyàwó, ó tún ṣègbéyàwó. Oh my God. Okay. So who is the common denominator now in all this? Is the common denominator? Who is the common denominator now? Look at why it's up and down. 1, 2, 3. Only you. Okay. Oh, I don't know. But to me, I mean, I already knew that he was Mongo Park from the way he handled his breakup with, the way he left Doris. The way he left Doris told me everything I needed to know about this guy. Honestly, I don't need to know him because there was no compassion, there was no empathy, there was no even any shred of, oh, I love this woman once. Even though Stella is shocking me now, it's the best thing that happened to me now. And Biba in Makusi, you are following her up and down. You didn't even take a minute to think about Doris. But this woman, we shared something special. And I tell you, everybody in their whatever, their industry will tell you that it was a marriage of love. You can see their age is very, very, it's not like he's so much older than her. You know, it's all this endless love kind of marriage. He didn't even think about leaving her with something. That's when I know that this guy is a classic Mongo Park. Promax Mongo Park. Oh my God. Gravita said, I won't be surprised if it's the woman that sponsored the wedding. Our gender. Ha. They will sponsor it and sell a shobi. Wedding like me. It is easy to see husband. See Daniel. Daniel, oh no, sure. Where I sure okay. He dressed gang. They do wedding. Yes, he's gonna break the Guinness World Record. I swear, he has to. You know, Nigerians have been breaking the Guinness World Record now since Hilda went to Guinness Record. The whole of Africa is awakening to Guinness World Record now. I saw a video today that there's a church in Ghana that broke the Guinness World Record for the longest clapping church. They've been clapping for 7 days. They broke the record. Daniel is going to break it. My goodness. So, I mean, talking seriously now, you can see that this matter, I'm very, very passionate about it because I don't like treating people who treat people badly. I don't like it at all. I think it's oppression. I think he used his power as a man in Nigeria. He used the fact that he was a man, he had more money, had more connections and whatever, and he used that to really, really mess this woman called Doris up. For that, mm-mm. And that is why you see, when their marriage ended, with when the second marriage with Stella ended, everybody was like, yeah. It was like, karma, finally. Karma, finally, it's happened. Yeah. So it is what it is. Question I'm asking tonight is that, do you think they're actually friends? What Stella was saying about how she and Doris they are quite cool. They are friends now. Is it possible? And what do you have to say about this situation? She said she found out on YouTube that her marriage is over. What do you think about a man who will end his marriage? He doesn't even have I mean, whatever you want to, you know how I feel about Stella. I don't like her. I think she's Delilah as far as I'm concerned. But a man that will end his marriage without even having the courage to tell the woman that it's over, he's done it twice. He did it to Stella, he did it to Doris first, then he did it to Stella. What do you say about someone like that? Let's have a conversation about these things. Yes, let's have a conversation. Eh? Then you have a crush on Stella. Ọmọ pupa lẹ máa ń like. Mo mọ̀. Ọmọ pupa ni, all of you had a crush on Stella. Daniel too had a crush. Ibo ló bá dé. Where you end up? Pastor Shola is always teaching you people, stop looking at ọmọ pupa. Mama wonyo, mama wo gbogbo ẹ̀. Look at the heart, look at the character. Crush. You have a crush too. Okay. Whatever, all right, no problem. Now I'm taking calls. Thank you so much, everyone. Use the link and jump into the studio. Let's have a quick conversation about this. What do you think? Is this karma in real time? Or is just somebody who is a Mongo Park and spreading his Mongo Park up and down. All right. Honey babe, accountability prefects. I can't love you less. Welcome, darling.
Hey, how are you doing?
My
Hello,
dear. I'm
everybody. How
having a
everyone is
ball today. I'm
good?
having a good time.
Man, I
Oh.
don't know where to start from, yeah, but it's just for me personally, even the way she's talking was even cheesing me off. I mean, the arrogance of the way she was talking. Obviously, she's trying to do damage control.
Mhm.
Yeah, you understand? That's why she's trying to paint the picture that she was friendly with Doris. That's a load of
Mhm.
crap.
Yeah.
When you're divorcing and unfortunately the child is going to the father, you will do everything just to get access to your child. So obviously, Stella being married to the father of her child, she's going to have to be civil. That does not make you friends in any shape or form.
Mhm.
You're just doing what you have to do. I mean, think about it logically. If she fight with Stella, will she get access to the child at that time? No. So it's
Mhm.
just common sense for her to be civil, just to get access to her child. So for that one to be opening her mouth, to be saying that we're friends, to me, it's just damage control. She's just delusional. And
Mhm.
the question you asked is that the guy now decided to leave you via YouTube. Check back in history the type of man that you decided to marry. This
Mhm.
is someone that had no, even if you don't want to be in the marriage, I'm always of the mindset that marriage is not by force. If you don't want to be in the marriage, at least have that respect for that person. I don't want to be in this marriage. And you're civil and you divorce or whatever you want to do. But he now left Doris to be with Stella. Did not do it in a way that was, he did not even care about her
He
mental
didn't do
health.
it in a way that was humane.
Yeah, because the thing is, yeah, we just thank God that Doris is a very strong woman. What makes you think that she did not try and pat herself after
Mhm.
losing her only child? It's by
Yes.
the grace of God that she's alive. For another woman, it could have been the other way. She would have been 6 feet under. You
Mhm.
understand? So it's just by the grace of God that because taking a child from a woman, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's something that no woman wants to go through. So for him to do that, and he did not look back. He went to America or wherever he went from. And then you're now expecting this same man that now has left you to now show you that same courtesy that did not even show his first wife. It's like you're mad. It's like she's crazy because there's a pattern of behavior that this guy is doing for you. Why would you think that you're different? I don't know why women do that. You now
Yeah.
want to be involved with a man that treated his first wife like that. And you think that, oh, when he's done with you, he will not do the same thing. It's like you're high. So as far
Mhm.
as I'm concerned, karma, I've said this, karma is real and she deserves everything she gets. But
Mhm.
I think for me, in terms of the guy is a Mongol Park. He's everything. He's a narcissist. And like I said, I wish the new bride the best of luck. Trust me, she needs it. Because like
Yes.
I said, people don't change. And he's planning to wife number one, wife number two. He will do it to her. But to be
Mhm.
honest, do we really care? No.
I mean, honey babe, our gender too.
I beg.
When women are desperate for marriage, this is what
I don't,
happens.
I don't understand. It is desperation. You sent that thing on
Yes.
IG and I questioned it about that CIA thing. I don't understand this mentality that your life is about marriage. Marriage is sweet when it's with the right person, but it's an icing on the cake.
Uh-huh.
A man will not complete you. I don't understand why ladies do not get it. You
So
understand
this
what I'm
one now,
saying?
the so-called wife number three now, she thinks she's different from the
I
other two,
leave am
right?
now. She has to leave am. Her time will
She's
come.
holding flower and dancing up and down now.
Because she thinks, I think the question is that us women, yeah, we seem to have this idea that we can change a man. We cannot change anybody. All you can do is like I said, I can only change myself. I can't change anybody. Even the
Yeah.
partner that I'm with, I can't change him. When it gets to a stage where if he does something and I don't like it, I know what to do. It's either I decide to stay or I decide to leave. I can't change anybody. So I think that she's the like I said, I don't know what she knows. She probably knows everything, the new bride. But I wish her the best of luck. Because us women, it's like we're under cuckoo land, that we seem to believe that when we're in marriage, yeah, we can change a man. We cannot.
Mhm.
So fast forward another couple of years, it will be wife number what, 4? I don't know. I wish them the yeah, I wish them the best of luck, honestly. But for me, yeah, karma is real. And like I said, yeah, Stella deserves everything she gets. All these coming on YouTube chatting rubbish and nonsense is sorry to say bullshit. She wants the sympathy vote and she's not getting it because
She's never going to get it. I'm
you
sorry.
nearly try to destroy a woman, take her child from her because of
Yeah.
one useless man.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say,
Okay.
Auntie B. Thank you.
All
Take
right.
care. Bye,
Thank you
everyone.
very
Bye.
much. Thank you, honey babe. Our accountability prefect has spoken. See, sometimes you ladies, our agenda, oh yeah, kabara wa soro, we need to talk to one another. When somebody has been married before, maybe once or twice or 3 times, and you are getting together with that man, you need to have a conversation with their exes to find out. Because you know, I say it on this platform all the time, but women always feel like have a savior mentality. Our agenda, we want to fix everything. We want to change everything. We want everything to be better. God has made us to be nurturers, but you cannot change a Mongo Park. You cannot change a Mongo Park. A Mongo Park will remain a Mongo Park. In spite and despite all your efforts, you are wasting your time. If a person has a track record of being a serial Maria, if there's any word like that, a serial person that's always jumping from one marriage to the other, you need to sit down and ask yourself, why? If you don't get to the why, you will become a statistics in that person's life. So you see this auntie now, she's very happy. You can see she's very, very happy that she's doing wedding. Abi, beautiful. You found a husband. But did you ask Doris Pay? How was it? Did you ask Stella Pay? Even you that was supposed to be the wife that, you had everything going for you. Abi, Shebi, you were in America, you were doing, you were living a good life, you are doing blended family, you have all the, everything it takes to have a good life. What happened before you be doing celebrating marriage up and down? Yeah, I hear she's. I will give you her name in a minute. Somebody told me her name. The name is in that post. Uh Ashley, your connection is not good. Can you check it? Liz, you're welcome.
Auntie
Unmute yourself.
B, Auntie
Hello.
B, hello, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How
It's
are
like
you?
I'm fine. It's like I've been waiting all my life for this topic because I feel like there's a special place in the H word for people, for women like Stella.
Hmm.
They walk around, they think they're better than everyone else. They think they're above it. Like I would compare her to that American lady that lied to Carly. I would compare this kind of behavior to it because why did she think she was different? And I have no hard feelings towards the third wife. In fact, I'm quite happy for the third wife. We don't
Why?
know her, but Stella, she deserves every single thing that she's.
Oh, okay.
And she
Because
is,
she was left.
yes, you know what? I want to even say kudos to the third wife. I wish her a blissful marriage. I wish she enjoys the husband to the fullest. And of course, she should enjoy him until the fourth one comes, where she should no pain towards it. This
I thought
man,
you say you wish her well.
yes,
How
I
can
wish
you
her,
say you wish her well and then you're
I'm
talking about the
sorry.
fourth one?
I wish
Liz,
her.
you are not nice.
And Auntie B, I wish her so well. In fact, and I feel like the third wife, she's probably the kind of woman that knows that she's gonna experience the same thing, but
Her
she's
name
just
is
happy to be
Tokpe.
married.
Yeah, I got her
And
name. The
she's
name
even
of
married
the
with
third
that
wife is
person.
Tokpe.
Yeah.
Daniel's surname is Adomonicon.
Oh God.
Ademonicon.
Oh God. Yeah. So for Tokwe, I wish Tokwe all the best, and I think that Tokwe just wanted to get a taste of marriage. Tokwe just wants to be able to say, "Emino, I married somebody in this life." So
Uh-huh.
I think Tokwe is not going to be shook if there's a fourth wife. But I want to talk about Stella's behavior. When a girl is beautiful like Stella, smart and very loved, sometimes they can really think they can get away with anything. I don't know what she
Yes.
thought the response would
Yes. They are
be.
usually those girls are usually mean. They are
And
mean girls.
in my opinion, Doris is
Mm-hmm.
even prettier than Stella.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that at the time where this thing happened, Stella was on the peak of her career. She was
Yes.
a good girl and all these things. Like she actually believed that she will get away with it. There's a special
Yes.
place in hell for a woman that takes another woman's child. You can take the husband, nobody cares. But you see, to snatch a child that young from the mom, I feel like she was still breastfeeding when they took this child away. Like the baby we saw in the photo was pretty small. So for you to take that woman's guy and then you take her child. You wanted to take her life. So to come on an interview and act like you guys are besties or you're
Mm,
friends, why didn't she leave her children with her husband's family?
good question.
Yeah, she should have left her kids there. So and
Mm,
see if she will not be friends with them by force by fire. So
mm.
Stella, she's a particular breed, and I'm enjoying every single thing she's getting, and I can't wait for her colleagues, Watermelon Judy and Messi Aigbe, to get their own, their own piece of the thing.
Their own breakfast.
Ah, that watermelon, it goes sweet. The watermelon go sweet, die. And
Because we were there, we were there, no, we there, we there, we
ah,
not go anywhere. Liz, you made me laugh. You were saying that.
I
You
wish
say you wish, you say you wish the Tokpe, the third wife, you wish her well.
from the
You
bottom
wish
of my
her
heart
well. But
and to be.
you say she should enjoy it until the next one. How can you wish her well and you still
No,
want
and to be, you
get
know why? You know why I say I wish her well? From the bottom of my heart, I truly wish Topper well. Because I know that Topper is the kind of woman that knows that it's gonna happen to her. Right? But she just wants to be able to say she said she married
she's
family
married.
for this
She
life.
don't marry. Yeah.
Exactly. At least they
Yeah.
will use a husband name to call her Mrs. I don't
Yes.
know or whatever the name
Hmm.
is. So
Yes.
I do wish them the best. And I hope Stella enjoys her sourpuss, for
Yes.
however long it lasts. Ah, Stella,
Enjoy the sour apples and just enjoy it in private. She needs to stop embarrassing herself and her children by
yeah,
granting all these interviews
I
because
know she's a
we're not
narcissist.
buying it.
I know she's a narcissist because she's even I feel like she's counting on the fact that Doris is very private and quiet to do. Like if Doris was a pepper them person that will grant interview and say, "Sis, I'm not your friend," she would not come out and say this stuff. But you see, these people, they know their victims. They know who they try with. Like they weigh the ground, coming out saying, "Oh, the child was our shared interest." Like, sis, that boy was never your son. You literally stole a child. Like maybe she thinks it would be Mumu
Hmm.
coming on here saying, "Oh, the shared interest was the no, the
Eh,
shared interest was the
eh.
deed. The shared interest was the deed that carried you from Nigeria to America. That
Hmm.
was the shared interest. Is that Uncle's Bola? That's the shared interest." And I don't even
Hmm.
think Doris ever cared to share that interest with her because it was taken from her. So it's very somehow. And I want to shout out to Tej, like the way he interviewed her, he called her out low key. You know,
Eh.
he called the way he was asking her those questions.
He's
He
such
said,
a great interviewer. I
yeah,
never really caught any of his interviews, but this was quite nice. The way he went about it was like, you mean you were just on YouTube and you
you
were looking
mean
for Beyonce's video
it's
and
really
you saw that was shade, right?
adventure. She stumbled
That was
into it.
shade. That was cold breakfast.
I'm telling you. Uh,
Pounded yam that they pounded 10 years ago. It's still hot.
hmm.
It's still gonna be hot. Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, you
Chineke.
guys, I hope somebody books market, what's the thing, marriage counseling with Stella too, so she can help you guys out. And I
If
wish
you
you
want to
well
give
with it.
marriage advice, or auntie, go and advise yourself. Nobody wants to hear your marriage counselor. You find someone enter Jare nonsense and ingredients of pepper soup. Thank you,
Irregbe.
Jare, Lizzie. I appreciate you. I like the way you talk. You just dropping it small, small.
I'm telling you, all the best, to all of them. Thank you, Auntie B baby. Have a wonderful day.
All right, darling. Thank you for calling. Oh my God. Hmm. Eh? Brianess is here. You said, Auntie B, I disagree with you. Women can change men, but it's only their mothers. When that is lost during formative years, no babe or wife can. Okay. I got you, uncle. I got you. Right. Okay, I'm moving to Ashley now. Hi, Ashley. Are you
Hi,
there?
Auntie B. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Are you in traffic?
Actually, no. I'm actually sitting down at a coffee shop.
Right. It's quite
Can you?
noisy. Have you got headphones?
Yes, I've got headphones on.
All right, go
Hold
ahead.
on. Yes. So it's my first time of talking. Also getting on the interview as well, and I really do appreciate your perspective on issues. And the last interview that you gave about living in abroad and surrounding yourself with people really inspired me a lot, and I share with a couple of friends as well. So I just want to say that I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So my take on it is, for me, I think it's kind of like, for the guy. I mean, I wouldn't be worried about the guy, to be honest. I would just say Doris because he has a son. I think it should just literally, I mean, she should just take it into prayer because that pattern needs to be broken. I don't know the
Mm-hmm.
guy history because perhaps maybe he was abused as a child, whereby he has mommy issues, or maybe he has a problem with women, or whatever the issue might be. Because whatever it is that we act out as an adult, it always affects us from childhood. So, and the most funny thing though was Stella didn't have a child with with him. And I would not be surprised, even if this third married, he end up leaving and not having a child. Because it might actually end up like Doris' child will be the only child that you will ever have, or even a son. Because I know of somebody who was a family member as well that was, just the same way this guy does, go around and marry this vulnerable woman and, take their money. And every single time it got from one marriage to the other, they never had child. To the point that two marriage that he got into, the child of that woman from another man, they died. And he was left with the first child that he had with the first wife. And this kind of like seems like a negative pattern. My take would just be Doris to go and, pray for his son to be, cut off all those negative patterns, because this is way more spiritual than I think. Because
Yeah,
like somebody said that, you can't change a man. Absolutely not. The only time you can change a man is when they are in diapers. And once that time has already passed, it's only the Holy Spirit that can change anybody, to be honest. Um,
absolutely.
yeah, so my take would just be Doris should just pray for his son for this, whatever circle the father carries, not to be repeated on the son life. Because somebody mentioned that, you're putting that boy into this, and kids are very, very, like, they're so smart. What they see at home, they will eventually catch up to it.
Yes,
If the father is treating women like this, it's a
yes.
way of letting the
He's
son know
learning.
that he's
Yeah.
learning. Absolutely,
Yeah,
he's
and
learning.
if he's still spending time, I don't know if he's an adult yet. I don't think he's an adult. If he's still spending time with the dad, just imagine now that that boy is going to be exposed to another woman, another wife,
I
another
know.
auntie again, and he
I
will be
know.
confused. Like, how many wives, how many aunties, how many women is this man? How many women are you gonna expose this boy to? For goodness sake.
Exactly. And that's how children have identity crisis as well, identity issues. Because eventually, when they can't get along with girls or women, they don't know how to do it. They want to try other sexual, understand, partners as well. And these are the things that, again, as a child, what you see, when you're in your childhood, is exactly what plays out as an adult. Everyone is a child, but we grow up as an adult, but mentally, we just never change. I think the guy has a deep problem from going from one woman to the other, and
Yeah.
and the way he ended things too, it's quite bitter. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
yeah,
very, very
yeah.
bitter.
Hmm. Yeah, I think what he doesn't understand, Daniel doesn't understand, that it's not all sweet in long-term marriage. There are going to be times when you don't even love your partner, or you don't even feel like you love them. The attraction is gone. There are so many phases in long-term marriage. I think for a man like Daniel, if he doesn't feel good, I just need to leave. He's not going to just stay there to have the patience to work on it and say, you know what, today is a bad day, tomorrow can be good. What can we
That's what
do?
I was like. I think it's a problem that he has as a childhood. People
Yeah,
have abandonment issues. Some people, their mother wasn't never there for them. They don't see a father figure in the house. They don't
yeah,
know how to treat. So these are the things, because again, that man needs to see a therapy. And the thing is, you have to, like someone said, accountability. You have to first of all admit to yourself, like, there's a problem here. Let me
yeah,
just see someone and talk to someone so that this
yeah,
can stop. Because these are also the things that are in the Bible. There is this particular man in the Bible that slept with his daughter-in-law. That it become the daughter-in-law was a prostitute, and then he took his clock, his ring, and everything. And do you know, because of that sin, so many generations was wounded because of that.
so
You
you are saying
understand?
it's a spiritual thing, and he
Not
needs to deal with it
spiritually,
spiritually.
not spiritually, basically. I think it's just something that he needs to see a therapy and talk about his
You should see a
childhood.
therapist and go and do
Yeah,
deliverance
and
too.
talk about his childhood. I think he has a problem with, I don't know,
Hmm.
maybe, people can be molested as a child. People can be have mother issues. People get, there's so many things. Again,
Yeah,
we all adults, we all as an adult, because of the child experience that we had. Like for
right.
me, to me, my dad is an amazing person. And because I see that, he helps me to pick the men that I see in life. Because if you don't show me what my father showed me, I eventually think like, okay, this is not what I'm brought up to be as.
What I'm hearing now, somebody is telling us in the comment section that Tokpai also is from Nollywood, that she was an actor back in Nigeria, and that she was married to a screenwriter called Yinka Ogun. And the marriage ended in 2014, and the union produced 4 children. TTO is telling us. So she's a single parent with 4 children.
Wow.
So
I guess they
very
find
good.
each other then. Yeah,
They
I mean,
found each other.
they did. They did.
Water always takes its level.
Exactly. And also, I don't
Mhm.
understand what Stella Damascus would expected, because are you kidding me? Somebody would left the wife and took the child. What are you expecting from that kind of man?
Mhm.
I don't. The red flag is always there. The same
Yeah.
red flag that you ignore is always the same red flag that end up the marriage or relationship. I feel like
Yeah.
women sometimes we just kind of like let things slide because for whatever reason why we're getting into a relationship or marriage. But the red flag will always be there. I mean, if that man treated his ex-wife like that, you should run. You should definitely run, because emotional intelligence, that man lacks it. And when you
Oh,
lack emotional
completely.
intelligence,
And he has
you
no
know,
empathy as well. Yeah.
exactly,
He
exactly.
has
And
he has no empathy, and I think he doesn't have any humanity. It's the way he lives. Ashley is okay. If this is his style, either because of some brokenness, he's obviously a very broken person. We don't need to know him to that level to know that there's something he's looking for that is missing in his life. He keeps thinking that he will get it if I marry the next one.
yes,
He thought he was going to get it when he married Stella. He didn't
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Now he went and married and left Stella. Then got together now with Tope. He's still looking for that thing, right? But he needs to look inwards. You can't find it in women. You cannot. And it's not just the fact that he's living, it's the way he lives that I have an issue with. The way he lives is just so tacky. You left a woman in Nigeria, took her son, ran to America. Now you leave the same one you ran to America with, you are living here, and she said she found out on YouTube. What does that say about you as a man? And you know that there's a child that, the funny thing is that that child might be calling Stella mom by now, knowing how Nigerian children behave.
obviously, yeah,
She would have been calling Stella mom by now because it's her second mom, is his second mom, right? They took him when he was very young. So 2 mothers down, and now another
yeah.
one again.
Another one, yeah, yeah. And
Wow.
God knows what, the other lady, God knows what the child is like. Do you understand? Because now his child, I pray they are good children, because now, you're exposing your child to, to her child, which eventually, I mean, literally, they said, the people, like 7 people that you hang around with in your life, you eventually pick up their personalities. And I think for a child, that's even way more personality to pick up because,
We're getting more tea about Tokbel.
wow.
And that's why I love these live streams. People just always give us more tea. They say Tokbe is worth at least $1 million. Somebody has said that Tokbe is from a loaded family. Daniel is after the boss.
Wow.
Okay, now
I
let
guess
me cough.
he has a child.
America was not so easy after all. Now it's after the kudi.
Well, I hope they sign a prenup. That's another thing. I hope
You
they
see
sign
the
a
way
prenup.
Tokpa is smiling and dancing in that video. I don't think she will remember. A typical Nigerian woman will not remember because she will be fancy and saying, "It's for life. The days do us by." He was dancing and holding flower up and down. She's not going to sign any prenup. Trust me. No
I don't
prenup
even know. I
anywhere.
don't, to be honest, I don't know how, women do it, because normally if you, like I said, I'm a single girl, I go on a date with people, whether you're married or, divorced or you're single, I tend to ask like, so what is your ex-girlfriend like? Like, what is your ex-wife like? And men, and they are so easy to fall into the victim of bashing their ex-wife and,
Yes.
ex-girlfriend. And immediately I hear that, I pick a race, I run for my life. Because I'm like, first of all, if you're bashing the mother of your kids like this, I mean,
Who
I'm
am I?
definitely not in,
Who
right?
am I that you're
I
not
am
going that
eventually
I'm
you
in
will serve
trouble
me.
if you bash
Yes,
the mother of your kids?
exactly. Eventually
Hmm.
you would do the same thing, even worse than me, because I don't even have a child for you. And if you don't respect that
Absolutely.
woman, definitely, I am definitely another victim, that's just gonna, and I just, it's a big red flag, and I feel like every woman should look out for that, to be honest,
Thank
because you
you.
cannot say you wouldn't know. You should always ask about people, history, past, their relationship, even the way they, even the way they treat their friends,
Exes,
outsiders,
yes.
yes, especially outsiders.
Absolutely.
You can be good to your
Hmm.
brothers and sisters because they are family, but people who don't have nothing to give
To
you,
offer
if you're,
you, yes.
yes, if you're
Yes.
rude to them, that's the kind of person you are. So
Thank
that's
you
my
so
take, and thank
much.
you so much for
Thank
having
you,
me.
Ashley. You brought it 100%. I really thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you. Thank you, my darling. I appreciate you. Do call us again when you are not in a coffee shop so that we can get your audio more clearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are getting more tea from TTO. TTO, thank you so much. Chloe, your connection is not good. Can you check your connection? Maybe your Wi-Fi is not turned on. Because I can't add you the way it is and then come back. Guys, give us a thumbs up, please. We are getting more tea about this situation. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Tokpe is loaded. That's what we are hearing, no, allegedly. She's a filmmaker like Moabudu and others. Top notch, she's saying now. Eshe Gonyo, thank you for the info. Me, I don't know her. I'm just hearing and seeing her for the first time. And what I wanted to just say something before I add Cleo. Please join us if you want to say something. Jump into the studio using my link if you want to contribute. Not when I want to leave now. People will now start saying, Auntie B, share the link. The link is there now. Use it, please, so that we can finish in good time. What our last caller said that really made sense, which is a learning for us to take from all these shenanigans, is that watch the way people talk about their ex. It's not only about men and women as well. Anybody that doesn't talk in a way about their ex, in a way that they are saying, you know what, things happen, life happens, I had my mistake, the person had their mistake, we just didn't understand relationship better, maybe if I know what I know now would have worked. If they are always bashing their ass, it's red flag. Especially somebody they have children with. Guys, don't forget. Don't forget, this is a really, really good learning. If a man you're dating a man who say, I was married before, I have one or two kids, or have these kids, or a woman is saying, I was married before, the father of my child. If they are constantly, don't shake me fun baba won mo won. Don't shake me fun. They are constantly swearing and cursing him. Oga, run for your life. You will be you'll be next in line to collect. Wagba. Let me tell you something. When somebody is talking negatively about their ex, what it simply means is that they haven't healed from that relationship. They still got some work to do on themselves. Okay? People need to heal before they deal. Okay? Pastor K says that all the time. Accountability is crucial. Yeah, we are very big on accountability here. So, when you are dating and cross dating, over dating, and doing all that stuff, make sure that you are listening. All right. Let's move on to Cleo. Hello, Cleo. Welcome.
Hello, Sister B. Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. Your voice sounds really, really lovely. Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Canada.
Welcome.
And thank you for this therapeutic session. To be honest, I don't feel well today at all.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Thank you so much, Sister B.
Hope you
But
feel better.
yeah, I think I'm feeling better now with all this.
Oh,
When I saw this, I was like, I knew Sister B was going to come on live because
Emike, Omolomo.
I
I can't let
know.
it pass.
I know, I know. And I saw it on Just Lovers blog and the song from Timaya. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was patiently waiting for the notification to come up. When I saw, I was like, okay, I'm jumping in right now.
You know me very well.
No, I know you are not a party to all the side chick, married man and women doing all this kind. So I know how you are not a fan of it. So I knew you are going to come up.
Thank
Um,
you.
I just want to say a few things. Few people have said a lot, but one thing I wanted to point out is the fact that Stella mentioned she got to know about this whole thing on YouTube. I want to believe that's not true.
Okay.
In my mind, I felt she's just one of Ghana pity, just like May. When May issue came up, everybody, we got to know that she herself got to know on the gram. So I think she's bringing the same thing. And she has forgotten that the circumstances surrounding the two situations are totally different. Because from what I heard at that time, it seems like there has been underlying issues between herself and Daniel, and then Daniel got to know about probably there are some secret that she was keeping from Daniel, and he got to know. So there were confrontations. There were questions that the guy asked that she couldn't provide answers to. So it might have been they had that issue and the guy traveled and chose not to come back. But I'm pretty sure that she knew what was going on. She knew. She only brought that up just so people can probably feel pity for her, but it's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and one thing I just want to I want to applaud Doris Simeon for is I don't follow her, but because of what happened, I had to go on her page, and to be honest, I have some level of respect, or probably a high level of respect for Doris, because
She reminds me of May Edochie.
May Edochie, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
These women, they respect themselves so
Ah,
much.
no. I looked at her, she kept her cool, and this woman is beautiful. She doesn't even let whatever has happened to her lead her to something probably astray, or be the end of her career or her life. And the fact that she started from the grass again and she's climbing up gradually and she's being herself, she's always happy. She might be going through a lot, but you can never tell. You can't say this is what this woman has been through all this because of one serial cheat or whatever. So I just want to give it to her, and I think she has set up a new precedence for other ladies to follow. That when your marriage crashes, please don't crash with the marriage. Don't
I love that.
pick
Say it
up
again.
when your marriage crashes. Don't crash with the
Don't
marriage.
crash with the marriage when your
No.
marriage crashes.
Crashes. No, pick up the pieces of your life. You're an individual. You are yourself before you got involved with somebody else. So you can still be whoever you choose to be. Because to be honest, when people see ladies like this as an example, they I think we will have a different perspective or as perspective towards marriage. And when things didn't happen the way we wanted it, we will pick up the pieces of our lives and move on. And I like the fact that she didn't even think about getting back to Daniel, because at some point people were like, oh, maybe after Daniel leaves Stella, he's going to come back to this lady and they will pick it up from where they stop. I like the fact that she didn't give room for that. She just continued with her life. She's living her life. She's choosing to be happy. She's doing her best. I want to applaud her for that. But another thing I wanted to just chip in before I jump off the call is that the way we put blames on women when marriage crashes. I think men should start taking responsibility as well. The last caller mentioned the psychological effect of what is happening to the child in terms of being exposed to different women. I'm pretty sure if this were to be a woman who has been changing men, moving from one marriage to the other, all the men will be crying out, "Oh, hey, this man, no, this woman, no. What do you think your children will be saying
They will
about
call
you?"
her names. They will call
They
her
will call,
Ashawo.
they will call her names, but nobody
Mm-hmm.
is calling this guy names.
Mm-mm.
No, nobody is seeing what he's doing, and that I even get involved with this Tokwe Ogun. Sister B, I just got to know that Tokwe Ogun is no Konshomo Kekere. She's
She's a
about the
lie.
same. Yeah, she's about the same.
Mama, I don't know her at all.
I think she used to be a producer herself. She
Yeah, they said
started.
she co-produced Tencil. That
Yes,
very
yeah.
popular soap.
She's a veteran herself. She started about the same time Stella Ademi Ade and this Daniel Ademi Noko,
He
whatever
has
his
a
name.
type, or we can safely say that Daniel has a type. Somebody said he likes the light skin industry ladies. These
But
are the type that he likes.
is it not funny that he keep recycling himself around around the same cycle? Is it not funny? So he couldn't get himself out of that circle. He still brought himself back, and this Tope Ogun lady, I don't think she's in for from what I'm seeing, she's not the type that will that will come back and start having babies because she's about 45 or 46 years
They
old.
said she has four already. What's she
Yeah,
doing
she has
with babies
four.
again?
Yeah, and her kids are grown because she started early too. So
Hmm.
she's not that the marriage is not for having babies, probably just to be partners. I'm not. I mean, I never knew Tope was divorced at the point because I knew she was married for a long time. I never knew she was divorced.
Somebody said that maybe Daniel is trying to get back to Nollywood and this is his entry.
Uh,
Doc,
Sister
maybe
B,
Topper is going to give him an entry to come back.
Sister B, Otibo. I think some men don't know that, Sherry, in this life, your partner, sometimes when you choose a partner, you don't know what God has done for you because you might have a partner and some things about you will just work together and whatever you lay your hands on will be successful. But the moment you leave that partner,
Hmm.
Omama Lini Uniba. No,
Yoluduchi comes to mind very strongly.
Sister B,
Version Soyi.
that's a
Hmm.
perfect example
Typical
now.
example.
That's the perfect example. The okon rababa kakiri ni. Koni kon shake pe o. Because some men don't know. Some men will be like, what have you done for me?
Because some
Really?
women carry
They
grace.
carried grace, exactly.
Yes.
They
Yes.
carried grace. So some men don't know this Daniel Okomamari kakiri ni, because I think there is something about him that is missing, and it doesn't seem like he's going to find it.
Hmm.
Until he realizes that this Daniel Ho Doris some level of apology. He's supposed to come out. Kobe, because from what I'm seeing, Emery, this guy and this lady won't only last, because Tokpa is a maid lady. I I don't see Daniel is not bringing anything to the marriage, and I don't see this lasting as well. So just like somebody had mentioned, Syria husband, and so
I love that word, serial husband. We got another word today, serial husband.
Syria
The
husband.
Mhm.
So
Oh my God. Somebody in the comment section keeps saying, Bimbo, Tope Oshinogun. Ha, you are highly respected. Why? Why? Na
no.
iskere wa oro kola la so yi.
Uh,
Husband. You don't see all the video on social media, they tell you, Kozika Konta. Kozika Konta.
ẹ má
She's
má dá
found
wọn
something,
yẹn lóhùn.
Nita. What
ẹ
did
má
you
má
come and
ẹ
see?
má má dá
Ah.
wọn yẹn lóhùn o. Àwọn tí did it, Sister B, you know people now. People will give you advice that they cannot take. They will come online to say some nonsense, and when you see them in real life, you'll be like, ṣé wọ́n kọ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́ kúrò lórí YouTube nonsense. So people should just choose their battle. Choose what you can pick whatever you want to believe on social media.
I think
And
what our brothers, Cleo, can take away from this, especially men that are listening, guys, give us a thumbs up. Please, if you are enjoying this conversation, men can really, really learn from tonight's show. Honestly, because we are talking about, marriage and how people just make these mistakes. I know we're all human, okay? We're all human. Nobody's perfect. But it is very, very crucial for a man to be careful. To bá ti dọ́rọ̀ obìnrin, about women. I remember when growing up, my father used to warn my brother so much about women. I used to wonder, Baba, you kill a man, so all the time. Be warning them about strange women. Be warning them. That's one of the advice I usually hear my father telling my brothers. Do you know why? If you make a mistake
Mhm.
and God has given you a godly woman, a woman that is fit for your purpose, your destiny, the one that God has assigned to be your helpmate,
Mhm.
and you lose that, wàhálà yẹn máa ń pọ̀
Oh
jù.
Marco.
Ó
Oh
máa ń
Marco.
pọ̀ jù.
Oh
You can
Marco.
see the way Yo is running and the other day, yesterday, I was seeing watching Ola today, that his watermelon is hailing him. Hailing him. Money, eléyìí ló tún dá- eléyìí làwa bá dé ń sìn.
Sister
You
B.
are this, you are this, and say, oh my
Sister B.
shoe.
Please, but if you take a closer look to you can tell he's not happy. Late, you can tell he's not happy. And when you struggle to get something, or tobati fi irubani, when you use a route to get something, then you will have to continue in that pace of that rule. So all this pressing and everything she's doing, she has to, oh God, square,
It's
continue.
drama now. One move camera dání tó bá ti ń ṣòṣìyàn máa mú camera dání. It's for the gram.
Ah,
It's for the gram. You see the funny thing? I was looking at it at Ola's this thing because I couldn't even be bothered with that nonsense. Watermelon is hyping you. Hmm? You
hmm.
are this. You are a king. Walk like a king. You are this. You are that. But when he was with May, he didn't need that public validation.
No,
He
he
didn't
didn't.
need that hyping, and he was working in his purpose.
Sister B, did you hear that May has a supermarket in Lekki or Aja?
No, I didn't
Ah,
even hear.
somebody, in fact, they mentioned the name of that she has two supermarkets, one in Lekki, another branch in Surulere.
Shengbo. Hmm.
In
Hmm.
fact, that lady, Sister B, because when I go on the each time I have a chance and I see stories posted about them on Instagram, I always like to feed myself with the comments. From the comment, I heard people saying different things about this lady. May is bigger than what people think. She is way,
What am I
way
saying in the
big.
comment section? Are they saying that May has sued Yul, or is it Yul that is suing May? I don't understand.
Selling like what?
that somebody is suing somebody. I don't know between me and you that whether you somebody saying in the comments or me will get it. That I don't know what the
Ah,
person is saying. That
I
there's this lawsuit going on that
kí
somebody is suing somebody.
oh
Mm.
kí ni yóò fẹ́ fi sùn tó fẹ́ fi sùn mí kí
If
ló ní.
it comes down to pay, is somebody that is now praising you like a praise singer. Your wife is now hyping you. Is your hype?
Hmm, hmm.
He's hyping you and hyping you and hyping you. Money, yeah. Oh,
Ah,
you.
I
Is
just
this
I
where we
just
are now?
I just feel so bad for the guy. Mo kàn ń wò ó pé well you have chosen your battle. Your downfall is right before you. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń tó and some people like that watermelon. Ibi tó bá tutù náà máa ń dúró sí. If that
Ben.
place is not conducive again, ó máa pick carry àtúkúrò ńbẹ̀
Mm,
and move on to
mm,
the next.
yeah.
Sister B, thank you so much for having me. Ẹ ti
Thank
jẹ́
you
kára mi
so
yá
much.
díẹ̀ sí
Ah,
lónìí.
oh my yalagbara Lord. Thank you for calling
Thank
us. Have a lovely evening and feel better
yes, sir.
soon, sis.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
Udabo. Thank you. Bye. Oh my God. Yeah. It's very, very important that you protect your I was watching a video today when I'm working. I like to listen to relaxing messages. And one of my favorite that I listen to, I've mentioned it here a couple of times, is R.C. Blake's. And he was talking about how when he wanted to marry his wife, after all the years that he was playing and doing all those, that he needed a woman that would align with his destiny. A woman, and he was talking about his legacy. And he was talking about the impact, what was important for him that he was looking for. I was like, wow. I was blown away. And he was talking about how he found his wife and their purpose matched because she was looking for the same thing. And so they were able to form a union that has produced, children. They built their careers. They built that. What he wanted the most was somebody that will help him to leave a lasting legacy. So I ask you, my brothers, my sisters, what kind of a legacy do you want to leave? Because at the end of the day, when we are all done in this life, tabashitan, we are gonna go. All of us, we are gonna go. We're not gonna live here forever. What lasting legacy are you leaving? Is it the kind of legacy that even your children will be ashamed to be associated with you? Hero Dadao. That's a rhetoric question. You don't have to give me answer now. Just think about it. What legacy am I leaving for my children? What legacy am I leaving for my family? Because I don't understand. You are on the path. You know. Everything is clear before you because of Ojukokoro. Le Mojukuro. Look at your wife. Your Okotelon. It's Stella you want now. You follow Stella and ran away. Now you left Stella again to jump into another one. Kilungwa, what are you looking for? What are you looking for, Daniel? What are you looking for? I seriously believe that there's something broken in him. I'm not psychoanalyzing him, but he's looking for something that I don't know if he can find. Probably he's not in a woman. Yeah. Somebody says he's looking for money. Top notch. Please stop making me laugh. He says he's looking for money. He's looking for money. He's in America all these years. He can go. I mean, if movie production is not working anymore, maybe he can go and we're talking about how to use the abroad to your advantage the other day. Some people say go back to school. Some people say you have to get new skills. Brian S was telling us how he had to change path. So if you cannot go back to producing movies, obviously because you live in America where Nollywood is not big, then you need to find something else. Is it women jumping from one woman to the other that is going to make money? I don't know. Man of Prestige, welcome.
Hey,
I
Auntie
can
B.
bow you.
Oh, Ashawapa. How you doing? You sound like you're fading. Can you hear me?
I'm here. I can hear
Okay.
you. Yeah.
All right. Good. You were saying something about crush.
I say all of you, including Ben, all the men that have crush on Stella were confessing. But I think that you seem to have a crush on Stella the way you talk about her.
So the timing of this story happens to be when I decided I'm gonna adjust small when I'm addressing some of these celebrities to make sure that the message lands.
Okay.
Just because of my style, I want to make sure I address the intricate issues for my audience as opposed to worrying too much about if I agree with them or not. Then also you will notice that I stay away from any assumptions, especially if I'm not privy to it. Plus, I know it will come to me. If there's more that I need to know, it will come to me anyway. I will find out. So
Like
even
when
in
you
this
did
chat,
that, I had to show you the video of the wedding. You didn't know that Daniel had remarried when you did that.
I was
Did you
going
know?
live when you shared it.
Ah, I
I
thought
was
you
going
knew.
live in that moment. It was like around 5 p.m. my time when you
All
shared
right.
it. So I didn't know what I was looking at. I just like, I'll look at it after the show. I would have loved to really talk about it during the show
Yes,
yesterday.
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to see how this thing is playing out. I've always looked at Stella sideways, especially whenever she's talking about relationships and stuff like that. I've always looked at her like, I know when I can feel it, when I don't believe it, when it's coming from someone I don't believe what they're saying. Even if they're saying, like, for example, she said, know yourself, right? On the surface, that statement is accurate, but when it's coming from certain types of people, you're trying to gauge it. Yeah, right, cap.
If you don't know yourself, somebody will
Yeah.
be trying to tell you what you are not. Money, okay. When I was see Harvard to go and study how to know yourself at this
Yeah.
rate.
Yeah. No, knowing yourself. Because I also said that on. I think I've done 2 videos on it now. I also said that knowing yourself. She's trying to. Because now I just found out that she's launched a marriage coaching thingy.
But Ola, hold on a minute. Hold on. Why is Stella so bent on doing marriage coaching? Why?
So like you were just saying about Daniel, she's obsessed. She's looking for something. She's inquisitive, right? And I think that, if I'm correct, I think that has to do with the relationship she has with Dr. Shola too. She wants to know. She's trying to figure something out when it comes to marriage and relationship. There's no question about that. With the way she moves, she's tried to do a few shows on marriage and relationship, even with Daniel. Even the body language between the two of them, the last time they tried to do a show, that body language was off. It was like
I caught 1 or 2 of them. I was like, please,
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, it's
Not
like
marriage.
let's sit down. The guy's like, what, do we have to talk about relationships? And she was like, no, yes, we can do it. And then that's what it looks like.
She's a lover girl. Oh, this is the kind of people you call lover boys, right? Stella is a lover girl. She's obsessed with marriage.
Yeah, she is. And that's something like, even for us that we talk about this kind of stuff all the time, obviously we can relate with the topic of marriage to a certain point. It's something we have to be careful about, because at the end of the day, people are judging you too, right? They're saying, okay, do you even know what you're talking about?
Of course.
This is why I like to pull someone like my father, like my wife. Let's just have a conversation. As opposed to trying to teach people what to do.
Your father is amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Great
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So that's why I try to, like, in real time, that's why I like to go into the chat. After, like, even if I have a planned show, I'll go into the chat, see what people are talking about, so that we can rub minds as it's going, as opposed to just, this is what it's supposed to be, because the truth is that all of that is not working. All the theory is not working for most people right now. And obviously, even for Stella, it's unfortunate that she lost her first husband, because it seems like that was a solid situation.
I don't think it was that solid, to be honest.
Yeah, how long was that one? How long?
It wasn't that long. It was a couple of years. I don't think it was that solid, because after the marriage ended, there was a lot of drama. Remember, there was no social media back then.
Right, that's another.
There was no social media. There was tabloids then, magazine tabloids.
It was
but
magazines.
There was still some stuff that the in-laws had against her. The thing about Stella is that they've constantly accused her of cheating. I don't know if you are aware.
Oh, but I was just looking at something that Dorisima was also accused of the same thing.
Oh, really?
Right. Toby was just saying that, and I'll look at through before I do my show later on. I'll look through some of those videos. The way that guy is quiet, Daniel, right? The way he's quiet, there's a lot in there that if he ever decides to talk, right, there will be much more that we don't know today that will probably come out. I think he loves his child, obviously, and he's doing everything. He's managed to get everybody to help him protect that child, whatever that is managed to do, even including when they brought the child to the overseas, right? there's something about the way they brought the child. It wasn't agreed. They didn't agree properly on how they brought the child, but eventually they made some kind of agreement that Doris agreed to, and that's what eventually worked. And Doris moved to the overseas. So again, all of that is speculation. But I feel like it's like the matter of Yule, right? If there's such a negative thing that you have against May, Yule and Judy would have been talking right now. If there's such a negative thing, right, that Doris would have deeply against Stella, it will, the way they conduct themselves, maybe it won't come out, but eventually it will come out, or somebody would have said something. So, but that's what I don't have right now. But like you said, rightfully so. Back then, 10, 11 years ago, there wasn't strong social media, so maybe it's hard for us to trace things back to some kind of sources, But then you asked a question earlier, Auntie B. What was that your question you asked? That was the question I wanted to address, actually. Auntie B, something. Let me see what they're saying. Can you still hear me, Auntie B? I can't hear you, just so you know. Ola don't begin to defend the male folks as always. I mean, now, I don't defend since now. Let me see. Auntie B, I can't hear you, just so you know. I don't think they can hear you. Can you guys hear Auntie B at all? Can you still hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me. I'm in the chat now. Oh, okay, you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, she probably went to grab water or something. Maybe her laptop died. Let's see. Ola don't begin defend the male. No, I don't defend male. I'm still expecting somebody to hold Daniel responsible today. I haven't seen it, or accountable. I haven't heard it yet today. Auntie B. I'm still waiting for Una to hold Daniel accountable today. You haven't done it.
We did. Yeah. Are you just joining the show?
No, I did hear it now. For the most part, you've been talking about karma, and that one karma has been shared by one person. In fact,
no. About Daniel.
Even the auntie that just came up right now was praying for the new Daniel's wife, and I'm wondering how Daniel's going to be held accountable in all of that prayers.
Daniel, we've been holding Daniel accountable. We've been talking about him. We say he's a Mongo Park. We established that now. There is a Syria, somebody says a Syria, what do they call him again? There is a marriage.
Syria Mongo Park, Syria marriager.
No, not Syria marriager. I can't remember. There's something we call him Syria. He does serious marriage. What's that word that they used to describe him? No, we'll be holding him accountable. We have, honestly. Ben is here. Let me hear what Ben has to say. Both of you have this conversation. Men to men.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about how, he's not satisfied. Olojuko Koroni, Syria husband, yes. That's what we called him, a Syria husband.
How did you conclude with that? Brother Ben, how far? How you there, brother?
Bros, I do. I've been listening to you and Auntie B, but I love the comment section so much. The comment section is even more lively than the audio.
Don't mind them.
Is live.
Don't mind them. It's 1,500 people watching though. Let's get those likes up to 700. I beg.
Yeah, so I already share it on my Facebook page. I know some of my guys will be here too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Auntie B.
Brother, welcome.
How are you doing, my sister?
I'm very, very fine, thank you. Yeah. How are you and the family? Brother Ben, so nice to see you again.
Thank you.
What do you have to say about this Olojuko Korotan Syria husband? Uncle?
Auntie B. Actually, I was going to speak Funet today. I wanted to do American stuff. You
want to do Americana? You want to forget your own do?
He wants to join me.
You want to do your own do accent. Your brother is on do too.
Yes, I was hearing the last show. Yeah. He said Ondo is too far.
My brother, Ondo far. Even in Auntie B's WhatsApp group, they used to laugh me with it. They'll be like, Mr. Ben, Ondo far. Anyway, to the matter on ground, I actually don't want to. I changed my mind because this is a basketball situation. If I'm gonna speak in American football, it won't suit at all. So let me do it the usual Undoman style. First and foremost, thank you, Mr. Ola, for pointing out the fact that people are not actually holding Daniel accountable for what's going on. I'm always in support of my gender, but when my gender go overboard, I just have to say it the way it is. If a woman is the one who got married like 3 times now, the entire place will have erupted. I don't know if you guys can still hear me anyway.
I can hear you. I can hear you, bro.
I'm
Okay.
hearing you. Go ahead.
All right. If this happened to be a woman that got married the first time, divorced, jumped to another woman, and then divorced again, now marrying the third person, everybody will be bashing her. Oh, she's this, she's that. But this man himself seems to don't even know what he wanted. I think that's from my own point of view. Anyway, I don't think he knows.
Confused.com. It's
Yeah,
confused.com.
yeah, I don't think he knows what he wants. And I think he's on a path to self-destruction because some of the callers who made their point earlier, they actually nailed it. For instance, one of the aunties said, when your marriage crash, don't crash with your marriage. I hold that one for my left hand like this. I no go take and chop lie. A lot of people typically crash with their marriage, and I think that is what is happening to Daniel as well as my crush Stella Damascus. Now you hop from one lady, and from what I gathered, he took the child he had with the lady Doris or something with him. That's a lot of pain, and at that point in time, Stella was not coming out to even say, okay, I'm sorry, or I didn't intend for this to happen and all that. But all of a sudden, she's now preaching that we are friends, we have communication and all that. And I'm happy that fellow women have pointed that out to her that, look, she's not your friend. She just have to be your friend because she need to get after taking care of her child. Now, that's on the side. Let me just concentrate on Daniel. Another point somebody made was that when you mess with women, especially a woman that loves you, you are actually putting your own future at risk. Somebody's talk about destiny. Women carry great destiny. Some of them are blessings to you. And all you have to do to activate their blessing is to love them compassionately and be always there for them. You don't have to run around at them on them or something else. So now I can hear you guys anyway, but I'm just saying my mind. So now,
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah,
did
yeah.
hear.
Go
We did
ahead.
hear.
all right, all right. So now,
We give you the floor. You don't want the floor, Ben.
no,
With that, what made you talk? Hmm?
okay. Thank you, Auntie B.
Somebody thought say
So
Daniel is a polygamist. Do you believe
yeah,
that, brother? Do you believe he's a polygamist?
No, 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 no. It's not a polygamist. It's not a polygamist. It's a lover boy. It's a
He's
lover
a lover
boy.
boy, not
That's
a
what it is.
polygamist. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
so as I was saying, messing with women destiny will also mess you up. When you marry a woman and then you were not planning to stick with her for the long haul, every little thing you are always looking at, you're finding a way out. Every little thing you're finding a way out. There are things will come back to hurt you as a man. I'm just saying this for some of the men that will come and watch this video. If you marry a woman, there's no perfect marriage anywhere. There's gonna be ups and downs. And it's not that anytime you guys cannot find a common ground, you are always thinking of the next woman. No. So that caller is actually on point by saying that the destinies of those women will come back and haunt him. And then lastly, this lady that he just got married to now, though I don't know her, but I've been hearing some story. You know, Nigeria now, once your matter enters social media, they will dig everything about you up. Now, from what I've gathered so far, he's now marrying another lady who, according to what they say here, is worth millions of dollars. Me self define that kind lady self. I go beg my wife, make her allow me, ma go marry that kind one. I'm
Wahala.
just kidding
Wahala.
anyway.
Ben, don't let me report you.
Don't report me to the family, I beg. Anyway, now this lady that he just got married to now, you can tell that sooner or later there's gonna be problem because what I tell men, sometimes in my connection side gig, when I'm interviewing single men who want to get married to single women and they actually have gone through divorce, I usually ask them, what do you think is responsible for your divorce on your own part? Because I don't believe your partner is the only one who causes the divorce. there must be one of the things that you aren't doing right during the marriage. So what have you done? And once you start bashing the lady, I mean, when I'm asking men now, once those men start bashing their ex, saying, "Oh, my ex did this, my ex did that, my ex did that," I'll just tell her, "Look, I'm in the same shoe right
You're
now.
not ready. You're not
There is
ready.
no way your ex will be the one that is 100% the cause of your divorce." Sometimes women react to what you dish out to them. There's definitely something you have done, or
Yeah.
probably there are some unresolved issues that you didn't step up to iron out with her.
Yeah.
So if a man is trying to shift the blame all the time, blaming his exes, "Oh, this my ex did that, oh, my second wife did that, my first wife did that," bros, you too, you be devil. There is something you are equally doing
Look
that
inwards.
is
Look
that is
inwards.
breaking the whole thing apart for you. So
Yeah.
I'm not in support of Daniel. What I never heard of him. I just heard of him because this matter involved Stella Damascus, who happened to be my crush from way, way long. I even
Mm.
surprised. Once I have crush for one of Nollywood actress, the next thing they go divorce.
Now
Maybe
all
na
these
me,
all
na
these
my crush
people with wicked
because
mind, now they get crushed for because they get fine face. You know, they say the Lila self get fine face. And so you make all the women when they ruin great men, they get fine face. Look when they run after fine face for them. More than not look for fine hearts
Yeah.
and fine face. So Ola, I want to answer. Thank you, Brother
No.
Ben. Let me answer Ola.
thank you,
Ola
sir.
was saying something about how we're not holding Daniel accountable. And he
Yeah.
was hearing more of us holding Stella. You know why? Because since this matter happened, Daniel has not said a word.
Right.
Stella is the one that is giving interview. So it is difficult for you to speak to someone or to even take someone up when they haven't said anything. You understand? Till
I
now, we
understand.
don't understand or know anything about his own part or what he has to say because he never said a word. Stella
So
is the
let
one.
me ask you, Auntie B, did
Yes.
Stella say anything before this interview with Teju?
Of course, she's been saying things here and there when she's doing her marriage coaching thing.
Okay, that's true. A lot of indirect
Yeah,
shots.
she's not said it
Okay.
directly, but she's always,
Okay.
when she's doing videos, she be saying, "Oh, she says things." She does.
Right, right.
She
Yeah.
does say things because she tries to be this marriage coach. And of course, when you are talking about relationship and marriage, invariably you're going to talk about yourself at some point. You do it all the time. You always talk about my wife and I. I do it all the time. I talk about my husband. You will talk about yourself one
Right.
way or the other.
See, what I'm picking up, Auntie B, is that this live stream and the coverage of this story since yesterday has been much more about karma. That's what I'm
Yes.
picking up. Okay.
You
And
don't believe in karma?
no, I believe, it depends on what you mean by karma. I believe that what you sow is what you reap, right?
Eh,
Now, in terms
fine
of
now.
people's interpretation of that or what events they are pointing fingers at as karma, that's a different story, right?
What it
But
is that we are happy that this happened to Stella. Let me tell you
hey,
why.
there's the hey, so that's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm picking up. So I'm
We
not
are
wrong
happy.
now.
That's why we are all. Why do you think I have 1,500 people here? People are happy that this thing happened. Breakfast.
And
When
I
I do
find
my
that,
work,
and to be, I find it. That's what I find interesting about all of this, right? The idea that okay, once a woman snatches somebody else's husband, that woman must go as we are waiting. Effectively, I said we now, ladies are waiting, right? No matter how long it takes for that karma to show up, I find that very, very fascinating and interesting. That's what I find fascinating about this story. That's what I meant by Daniel Gonself will get away with this issue when it gets down to.
no, he can
Do you
never
understand
get
what I'm saying?
away. How is he getting away? Daniel is not getting away with nothing. Because
Even the tone
own
changed when
shadow.
we found out it's Tokwe Ogun, which was still
No,
trying.
his own shadow is what is chasing him. You think
Exactly.
his shadow is chasing him. He's not getting away with nothing. Let me tell you why people are so hot about this matter, Ola.
Yeah.
And all of you that think Stella is so great. It's not even the fact
Wait,
that he
Auntie
left
B. Where are you picking that up from?
your video, the video you did earlier on.
No, we don't know anything about Stella. That's what we're
Who
saying.
told you? Who told you we don't know anything about
No,
her?
me that I'm doing that video. I'm just
say
picking up
you.
small, just
No,
like
we know
what
enough.
Ben just said now.
No, we know enough about her. She's not a good person. Ikani.
Okay.
She's very wicked. Ikani, I know. So it's not even the fact that Daniel left his wife to be with her. It's about the son. You don't understand where the pain is coming from.
Right.
It's the boy. That is the main thing that was taken away by Daniel in collaboration with Stella. And I said at the beginning that even if, you know, Daniel had all the power to do that because it was Nigeria, he could do whatever he like and travel with his son. If I was, God forbid, I'm not a wicked person. If I was in her shoes, what I would say, the condition is give this boy back to the mother.
So wait, the boy was never given back to the mother. Is that what we're saying?
Ola, why are you making me go around and around?
No, Auntie V, any suru now.
What was with them? They were doing blended family in America.
They did after she came here, right?
Yes,
I know that the baby left. They took the baby from Nigeria to here as a couple, right? The way I see that is that he took his baby, he remarried Stella. To now, you guys are giving me the gist that no, this girl snatched the husband from Nigeria, right? And because there was no enough social media coverage, we can't see traces of the proof of that, right? So I understand that. But what I'm saying is that the baby was always with the father, right? And that's my question right now. Like, are you saying that she never had, after she came to America, did she have access to the baby? Or we don't know anything about that?
Allah, I don't understand the questions that you're asking me. Whether it's interview you are doing, I don't know. Because this I don't understand. It was a long road before she came to America. It was not something that she just woke up one day and come to America. Remember that she had a career. She was living in Nigeria. She was in Nigeria for years before she even made it to America. They were in courts dragging this matter.
Okay, so back to what I was saying now. Again, you're still confirming that I'm correct. The issue here, this story.
Shebi, the father is the one that left the marriage. He broke the family. Why does he have to keep the child?
That's an interesting question. That's the question I was asking, Auntie.
He doesn't have the right to keep the child because he was the one that walked out of the marriage.
All right, so don't let me ask jump questions, okay? I get the gist, okay?
I get the gist because
I get the gist, okay? Again, back to what I said. This story is about karma, right? We're happy that karma caught up with Stella Damascus, Abby. That's the story.
Let me hear what your student is here. Mbasi, let's hear what she has to say because Ola, I'm not feeling you tonight.
It's okay, Auntie B. It's one of those days.
Welcome. I don't know what Ola is doing.
Hey, Tima. Listen, they want me to conclude that Stella Damascus is an evil person. I said I need more story.
Ola, I get you. I get you.
Tell me more of the story. The rest of the story is missing.
Which more? We are not in a counseling session. Push more story. I beg, leave that one. Not today. Not on this matter. I don't want to hear more. I have enough to know that she's a wicked person, and whatever she got, she had it coming to her.
Queen B, I'm with you, okay? And let me tell you this because you kind of mentioned two of the things that I was gonna say. The fact that you said that we are happy that Stella is getting Kaba, this and that, right? I'm happy that she's getting it myself, right? And the reason for that is because she was an equal participant in the destructions of a father snatching a son, the only child of a mother, from his own mother at very early. I mean, only a mother will know what that can feel like when somebody somebody that's supposed to be your equal parent with your child, snatch your child away from you prematurely, unexpectedly. Okay, it's a very painful process.
Allah is being very analytical because he's not a woman. He cannot feel the pain of pregnancy. Honestly, that's why you are trying to rationalize it and you are overthinking it. Women here knows.
No, I don't think.
Allah is trying to be rational about it. He's very, very logical about it and talking about it like it's not all blue and
but you have to understand, Queen B, you have to understand that Allah has to come from the professional aspect of it. He has to look at it, the professional aspect, overall aspect.
When a child is involved, okay. Professional waiting. What is professional? All I think about is the 9 months that you were carrying that baby in your womb. And what it feels like not to have access to that child. Today is not the day for professionalism, Jerry.
Yeah, and this goes to anyone that when somebody is coming in such a cruel way like that, to start a relationship with you, because the way they started it was so cruel to the mother of the child, right? And let me tell you this.
Alan,
I
your
rem-
sound is bouncing back.
Oh, it's bouncing back. Hold on,
Your
someone.
mic is the
Hold
one
on one
that's
second.
bouncing back.
Yeah.
Okay, go
so
ahead, Mercy.
no, I was gonna say, I remember, I kind of felt the first wife. I felt her pain, because I remember in the beginning of my before my even divorce kind of come out, all of that, there was a lady that my ex was involving with, which she also was a married woman, right? Behind my back, they were planning to take my kids, right? Together. She has she has her own children too. She's married at a time, right? And me too, I have my kids. Her and my ex were planning behind my back to take my children. And she would take her own children, and my ex would take my children.
Hey.
And like, when I saw the conversation and how they're gonna go about it and this and that. I mean, this is here in America, eh? How they were gonna go about it. I mean, it was the most heartbreaking thing for me. Like, so if you go ahead and you take my children and go meet another woman, right? And then, so what's gonna happen to me? You want me to be looking at the sun all day, all night? I mean, like, really? I mean, and my kids were so young at the time. Like, so you have the audacity of that. The audacity for me, like, how convenient for you. And then with another woman, it's like, there's no man in this world that's gonna make me or me participated, that you're gonna take somebody else's woman child and you're gonna bring it to me. Honey, I don't want people's children. I got mine. Okay. So, like, anybody that started that way, if you started a relationship in most cruisum, that you snatch the whole child from all the way from Nigeria to America, knowing that the mother of this child might not get the opportunity to come to America. Are you kidding me? You see, that in itself, for Stella, she will forever be getting karma really, the karma is not even here yet for her. That is for Stella. For Daniel,
Let's not rush. That is the bit of it for a lot of us women.
exactly. Yeah.
That is the bit of it that
And
makes us any reasoning, any trying to understand that the boy was with the father. He was a baby.
It was a baby. It was cruel. It was
a baby. How dare you take a child away from the mother?
How dare you?
No.
So, I mean,
you draw the line at some things. If you want to, whatever you want to do with your life, do it. But you dare not take that baby away from the mother.
Very selfish.
Because you're not the one that carried that baby in your womb. You don't know what pregnancy feels like. When we talk like this, they say we are emotional. Let us be emotional. Until you carry pregnancy and you do breastfeeding and go through labor, then you don't get to have you don't take a baby away from the mother.
No, you don't. No, I mean, not in that way.
Thank God that it didn't succeed. Just take a minute to think about those years in Nigeria.
I can't even imagine.
Trying to get a visa to come to America. And this fool is in America trying to do blended family with another man's children.
With another man's children. Another woman's children, I mean, that is, but I was going to say Daniel himself. Daniel is his own karma, okay? Regardless of how he goes about it, regardless how long it takes, he is his own karma. He will forever, when I say forever, he will forever searching for that person. We can never find it again because you already lost it. You already lost.
You know what men don't understand? Let me tell men this thing today, because I usually tell my husband this thing when we talk about children. I say, I had a relationship with my child 9 months before he met you or she met you. That is the mother for you. For 9 months, you had a relationship with that baby. They were feeding through you. They were sleeping through you. They had their source through you. If anything happened to you, it will happen to them. It is the day that you put to bed with God, one leg, as they used to say it in Nigeria, one leg in Orun and one leg in Aye, that the baby comes out, that you meet your father for the first time. That was 9 whole months of relationship with a mother. And you wonder why the attachment to mothers is so deep?
Yeah.
You want to talk about the first years, the formative years, where the baby is literally glued to you 24/7, suckling and all that. A father will never, no matter how you love your children, you have that, bond with your children. It is not the same thing like a mother. It can never be the same thing.
Auntie
Because
B,
it's like your child is it's like an extension of your heart. That's why most mothers, they will rather something happen to them if they can avoid it instead of happening to their child. If your child is going to be sick, you will say, that sickness, please come to me. Leave my child alone. That is a mother. And you took the baby away to go and be doing a marriage in America. And when someone like me gets, into this matter, and the way I feel like Stella is so wicked, and then what are we talking about? And you think this man called Daniel is running from one woman to the other? There is no peace for the wicked. And the Bible says that the wicked runs when no one pursues them.
yes.
You see the way he's jumping from up and down. Now he thinks he's Otidele Leriabi.
No,
He's
she
seeing
has,
now.
he
Otidele.
hasn't arrived yet. Yeah, he hasn't arrived yet. He will never arrive. I mean, he already passed the bus stop.
So this young lady, this one on the screen, what's her name again? Tokwe Ogun. She go collect too now, Abby. She
Of
agree
course.
with you.
Of
Okay.
course.
All right.
Daniel will not stop now. Remember we said that.
Okay.
That's why I was asking when you started watching. She go collect because what he's looking for, Kotiri. Oh, Mama, what's in it? I'm looking for it.
Listen.
And that is to say to the fact that there's always victim awaiting for every Daniel somewhere. Really, there's always this whatever, I don't know the new lady name. There's always those people that's waiting for someone like Daniel. They always find their victim. It doesn't matter how long it takes, and that is the reason. Once they ruin the first one, the other one is just gonna be from fire to frying pan. They are jumping from one branch of the tree and passing trauma from one person to the other. They never ever settle. And I know this not just for the reality of it, like physically. I know a group of men, older men, in their 80s now, in their 90s now. Some of them, they are just alone and miserable, even though they have gazillion wives and girlfriends at a time. Now they don't have anybody. That's the reality of things. That eventually they get to that point. Really, they just never attach to anybody. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Auntie B, I just wanted to
But I
say
mean,
something, my sister, because this auntie that is speaking right now, she just hit on a very crucial point. This issue of taking children away from their mom in Nigeria and bring them to overseas is really terrible.
It's kidnapping. That's
I
kidnapping.
have I have a personal experience with a lady. She was in one of my Facebook group. When she contacted me about 2 months ago, this lady was devastated. Her husband married another woman, and both her husband and that woman with the other woman 2 children, they now relocated to Canada, taking this lady's 2 children along. Now, where I really felt pity for her was that after a month they got to Canada, the husband broke all forms of communication between the lady and her children.
Yes.
It was terrible. The first time when she reached out to me and said, Uncle Ben, please, I know you're in America. This is my situation. What can I do? I first thought it was a joke until I dig further. And every day when this lady calls me, she will be crying. Crying. You can feel that agony of a mother in her. So I told her that, okay, I can't really do much, but maybe if I have your husband's number, I can try to reach him to talk to him, because I asked her specifically that I don't want to get involved in your marital issues, but if speaking to your child, your 2 kids, these are 5 and 8 years old children. If speaking to them, seeing them on FaceTime is the main problem, then let me reach out to your husband. Maybe that can help. I text the husband, did everything. He didn't reply. And this woman was losing her mind. Auntie B. I really don't know that women can go that crazy if they can't see their children.
Oh yes.
So one day I was on phone with her for close to 2 hours, and all she kept saying is, I just want to see them. So I'm like, okay, here it is. I really don't know how you're going to approach this, but I have a couple of friends in Canada. Let me reach out to them and see what can be done. So when I called my friends in Canada, they told me if that is the case, she has to go to Canadian embassy and report the husband, that the husband took her kids away without her authorization, without her consent. So I know that was going to be devastating because definitely they might deport the husband or something. So I told her that don't go to the embassy yet, but send him a message because he's not even replying to her messages. I don't know. Maybe it's this other women that these men marry. Maybe they are the ones turning their head around. I don't get it.
No.
But Ben, why did you do
No,
that
Ben, it's not the
now?
other women. It's just because you men,
You
a
know,
lot of you, when you think you are in love, which to me is lust, yeah, you start to think with that thing within your legs. That's the truth.
honestly, because I can't get it. A mother to a mother. How can you have another woman's kid? No, 5 or 8 years
Because
old.
because
And you are
oh
comfortable
Lord.
with your husband
Oh my
denying
God.
other women access to her children. I don't get
Yeah.
it. So I
And to
advise
be,
her, I
cause
say,
see,
look,
there's no way
send this.
sorry, Brother Ben, right? There's no way
No
you go
problem.
around and around. You will circle back to my questions. Adewale has the same questions. You will circle back to my questions. I think it's a terrible thing, right? That the child had to be kidnapped, right? Because that is actually kidnapping. If the mother does not consent, or if the father does not consent, or you take those babies across state lines, even here in the United States, across state lines, that's precisely kidnapping, right? And it's a terrible thing to do. Okay, there's no question about that. Okay, where my point of contention is this heavy weight on the husband snatcher. I agree she's a husband snatcher, but there is this thing that we keep, and Brother Ben just did it with his
We're
last
moving it
statement.
round now. We're moving it. I think we are turning it round now. We're turning it round. We are going to Daniel, but like I said to you, Stella is the one that keeps talking. She's the one that
Yeah,
keeps talking.
I'm sorry, Quimby, and I agree with you. Someone like Daniel, right? He knows he's the one playing the game here, and he's very good at it. He know how he understand how he moves when it's come to how he want to play his games, right? When he leave the first wife and carry the child with him with Stella, he know the game that he was playing. There is a possibility that Stella is the one that is a dummy one between two of them, because she thought she had found the one, right? Daniel know exactly the kind of game that he was playing, and he will forever be on that level. That's he's gonna forever play that game.
Did he
However,
need to grant that interview, Embassy?
I'm sorry.
The Stella didn't need to have that sit down with
No, you
benefits.
know what? Let me tell you why Stella was gonna have that. I mean, I'm not even talking about interview. Stella is on YouTube anyway, regardless, right? The YouTube for Stella is like where she can vent, because of course after she get in there, she realizes it is not what it think it was. It is not. It's far from what she thought it was going to be between her and him. So of course, when you are on the internet and you are able to camouflage and say this or that, or trying to be relationship expert, like really, Stella, like, okay, that is her way
She
of
keeps
just
talking.
venting.
She's the one that keeps talking. It's
Yeah.
difficult for you to talk
So
about somebody who never says anything. So
yeah, you can't find Daniel
why
anywhere
are we not
really
talking
talking,
about
say
Daniel more?
anything.
Because Daniel never says anything. Even when he got married,
Mm-mm.
did we hear?
So
We
so
only
And
got
so
to hear
so
about
so
the
that makes
marriage.
it fair. That, to me, that makes it fair. If
It's
she's
not
doing
about
most of the
there's
talking.
nothing fair about all this, Ola.
No, I get nǹkan mo sọ. Nǹkan mo sọ ni pé the fact that she's collecting right now over the last 24 hours, she's the one talking. I'm agreeing with you, what you said, right? She's the one that's been doing the talking, so she's collecting. But this young lady on the screen right now, on August 1st, 2023, is another Stella. Okay.
of course, yeah.
So let's pay attention to that. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's nobody's. I'm not exonerating Stella here.
Well,
I'm agreeing.
We're gonna wait for the day she collects, then we'll talk about her.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what
gonna
we're
be
gonna
here.
do.
She's
We'll
gonna
be here.
collect too.
It won't be
Very
long.
soon.
It will not be long. It's too to a long journey. Let me tell you something real quick about this thing that Embassy was talking about, that Brother Ben picked on about removing a child. A woman too contacted me, same way that someone contacted you, Brother Ben. It was only
Yes,
like
ma'am.
I didn't get involved. You know why? because the woman is in Nigeria and there's nothing I can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? I tend not to get involved in things that I know we don't have the capacity to help. She
Right.
was, please help me. She was sending me a bunch of messages. I think it was even Omoye's corner that referred her to us. I said, but Omoye, we don't really get involved with people in Nigeria because we don't have the capacity, we don't have the resources. What can we do?
Yes.
Her child was taken away.
Queen B, let me tell you this. There was a lady that I know. This lady and I, we were classmates when we were in Nigeria at the university in Nigeria, right? So she had baby while we are in school, while we are at the university. After she had that baby, she met somebody else who came from America. Okay, this guy know that she already had a child. Okay, and the planning was he's gonna take both the child and the mother. Okay, at the end of the day, she ended up taking the mother and leave the child behind. Now, the father of that child already passed away. Okay, she took the mother with the hope, they say, don't worry, we'll come back for the child, this and that, what. And the child was living with the grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, when I came to, because this lady came to America before me, like long time ago. Fast forward, when I came to America, somewhere in somehow we met. We just kind of jammed each other at the grocery store. And I was so happy to see her. I said, oh, this is how is your child? Now, at that time when I was talking about, the child was like already like a 15 or 16, still in Nigeria. This lady already here having like 6 children. I don't even know at that particular time. This husband refused to bring this child from Nigeria to come and stay with her, simply because after she got here, he said he cannot be responsible for another man's child. Really? Even the grandma where the child was staying with passed away. This man refused to bring the child here. When I met this lady and I asked her, I said, are you citizen yet? And she said, yes. I said, why in the world you are not going to go ahead and apply for your child? She said she's not working. She does. I mean, this woman has 6 children for this man here in America. Okay. And she said she's not working, this and that. I was so new in America then. I was so baffled by it. I was so disturbed by it. We had to make a plan how we raised money and this and that and help her quietly file for the child. She has to use different address. Eventually, I think about 2 years after, this child eventually, maybe the child was like almost going to 18. He was about to be 18 when the child eventually get chance to come to America.
So, Mbasi, let me just call in. I'm cutting there because of time. I want to end at 2.5 hours. Thank you very much. The examples, they abound. But what I need to say to anybody who is planning to do that or you've done it, you actually think that maybe you are hurting your ex or you're doing something, whatever, for whatever reason that you're doing it, but the person that you're hurting is your child.
Exactly.
There are studies. There are studies that have been done about when attachment is broken, especially that kind of forced separation. And the child, the impact, it has a lot of psychological and emotional traumatic impact on a child. You won't see it now because they are children. Let them grow up first, you will see. I'm telling you, these are studies. You can Google it and you will see. This thing is deep. It's deeper than, all these things that we are saying. That is why sometimes, Asheni Shirai, you think you are doing someone, but it's yourself you are doing. Because at the end of the day, you think you are doing your ex, it's them you are dealing with, you are trying to hurt them or whatever. But you're doing yourself. Look at Daniel now. Allah is saying we are not holding him accountable. I think we are. I think we did hold him accountable. We've called him all sorts of names, Mongo Park, Syria, whatever. But I don't think he realizes what he's done to that boy. He's a very lovely boy.
He is very short-minded. He's very short-minded.
You're dragging this boy across the world to
Yeah.
a woman that is not his mother, to him and doing blended family. Now,
So wrong.
you're going to be with another person again. Does he even think about it? Seems to me like a very selfish person who only thinks about his own pleasures and desires. And part of it, parent needs to selflessness is one quality that a good parent needs to have. Is sacrificing your own pleasures, sacrificing your own self even for the sake of these young people, these young children that they didn't ask to be born.
Yeah.
But it
Yes.
just seems to me like somebody that, you know what, to bandu amashe, to badu we'll move on, Jare. Next.
Mm-hmm. Selfishness. Selfishness at the highest order. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
You know,
Auntie B,
I go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
no, I just wanted to ask one question from Auntie B and my Obodo sisters. How how is it so convenient for other women to snatch another woman's husband? I'm just asking, no, I'm asking for a friend. Let me put it that way. Why is it
Oh,
so easy and convenient for
talk,
a woman?
Jare.
Queeby.
Auntie B, it's like we
Nobody's
are in the era of
snatching.
husband snatching. We are in the era of
Uh,
husband snatching, Auntie B. These women will snatch
These
another
are the
woman husband
issues.
and they will be flaunting it. And then they will have their own set of supporters. Go to their pages, you will see their supporters.
you can't snatch
They will be
anybody.
gone. So I just say, make I ask.
You know that
Why is it
girl?
so easy?
Ask again, brother. Ask again.
I
Yeah,
beg, leave my
I'm
time.
just asking. Why is it so convenient for them to snatch another woman husband and they are at peace with it? I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend, like I said.
That's that right there, brother Ben. You dropped it. Drop mic. That right there is a lesson. It's the main lesson here. Or part of it, no yali. It's under the pillow. They say it used to be on top of something, right? But now they say it's under the pillow, right? It's talked by Oshin today. It used to be about 10, 11, 12 years ago. It was Stella Damascus. She probably didn't know what she didn't know. She probably was lied to. She knew exactly what she was doing. She probably told herself some lies to justify the BS. She knew.
Absolutely.
So, and she's collecting today. She go do all right, you know. But in this same story, there's another woman who is now feeling like the Ayo.
She's
Who is
around.
now who is feeling
There's
like the
always
favorite.
Yep.
And we're going in circles and circles and circles. I agree. There was kidnapping involved. Unfortunately, because of the laws in Nigeria, that happens quite often over there. You know, I agree 100%. That was a terrible thing to do. But this story is big today for one reason. For one reason and one reason only. It's because of the karma factor, right? We're happy about it, but there's another woman replacing that other woman.
What can we do? There's nothing you can do.
Good
People
question.
will continue. There's nothing we can do about that, Ola. We have no control over what people, the mess they decide to create in their lives. Okay? We can only sit down and watch. For worry that they talk, say, sit down and look na dog name. You understand? So we go there, they look, they watch them, they create this drama. All we know be say we dey here. When it happen, we dey here. We go still
You
talk
know,
the story.
Queeby, you know what they said? Mo ń bọ̀ wá Ọlọ́run kò yá lógún ọdún.
Abby?
You know, it's as simple as that. If people can just, I mean, sometimes when things happen to you unexpectedly, like someone said that you have to be very careful that you don't sink with the ship. Okay, when ship is sinking, please put your life jacket on and make sure you stay afloat and get out of the danger. And that is the marriage for you. When the marriage is breaking down, I hope that in whatever form or shape that comes, okay, don't stay too long in the victim mode, like, oh, this happened to me. Trust me, it happened to millions of, and it's gonna happen again if care is not taken. Take what is yours, understand what part you play in that role, and just turn it around, okay? And I hope whoever in that situation, I hope they find the strength to do just that. At the end of the day, Daniel is not gonna stop. We can talk from now to tomorrow. Daniel is on a mission. It's gonna go. It's a trauma monkey. Okay, it's gonna jump from one tree to another, and there's always gonna be victim waiting at the end of the line. Once he breaks the other one down, there's another one waiting at the end of the line. It's as simple as that. As a woman, if you know yourself, you work on yourself, you take the time and know what is it that what are your values, and I mean your core value. Forget about the religion, yes, spirituality, yes. But what is your own core value? That is things that you know that this is this I cannot. If it's not that, I'm good, right? And stay good. Don't go back and forth. Don't be looking here and there. If it happened for you, it happened. If it doesn't, then it doesn't.
Thank you.
Daniel is gonna always yeah.
Thank you. Mbasi, I appreciate you, my sister. God bless you. Thank you for bringing it 100%. You analyze Daniel very well. You understand him very well. Maybe, you saw some signs there. After all, he did what your ex tried to do to take your child. Imagine that. Hey, Chineke. People get mind though. To that question, we're ending now. Braben, that question you say, why is it that women are so comfortable start snatching and snatching? Now, it's not the fault of the women.
Jesus.
No, it's not the women. No, it's not the women. Women are participants, but now herself they carry on herself won't go chop. Now, how all this snatching until it starts? You won't go chop clean mouths. You know that story where you tell us that when you become here, as you dey chat, when you be the thing, make a chop, you cannot chop. That's why they start though.
You can't make this up.
Auntie B, you won't corner me now.
No.
We can't make this up.
That's why they start. I know now. That's why they start. Maybe I wish they be not catch you when they don't grab. I wish they be not grab.
I just hope the brothers are listening behind the
I
scenes.
hope they didn't grab you. If your wife didn't catch you on that cloud that day, and you were close proximity, or maybe you were going to Nigeria, you were planning. After all, my wife is not here. She won't know now. Let me just enjoy. After all, that's how it starts.
Yeah, you're
that
right.
Is why men of God are always teaching about sexual purity. Because if you are trying it now, you are doing it, you will still do it when you are. If you are cheating, that's why women who say they know that their boyfriends are cheating and they still go ahead in that marriage. I just look at them and I will shake my head. What do you expect? Shebi, they pick you out of all the rest, and you feel privileged that you've been chosen. You are the chosen one among the rest, right? Now you are celebrating. He will go back to all those people. He will still continue to cheat. So it is in the process of cheating and sleeping around and trying to get, let me just chop and claim out. Let me chop and claim out. But you're not in hook. You know, as I tell the hook fish.
But Auntie B.
No, wait, Ben. You know, as I tell the hook fish. Fish, they will put something when fish they show.
We be firewood. Who the hook now?
That's the when fish they chop. Now that they put, if you see all this, or you go there, they go fishing. They go put it in there. They go drop it inside water. Fish go to say.
Auntie B won't finish us today.
No.
There's so much lessons in what she's saying.
When the fish just make it chop and smoke, the fisherman go hook him. You know if he go again.
This is the reality.
You are the one that asked the question, Brother Ben, about snatching and why women feel comfortable. And I'm telling you how this is
I know, but Auntie B, why I'm asking is that men don't go out and snatch another man's wife and then start,
bragging about it on the internet.
You feel me, Mr. Ola? It's women that will snatch another woman's husband, and then they start going about like they're on top of the world. But men don't do that.
No, I don't snatch Messi. I go from Gentry.
But they don't brag, is what I'm saying. They don't run onto the internet and start bragging about it.
Oh, Mr. Ola, I owe you more NSC.
A lot of men, the reason why you don't see men bragging about it or talking about, because men don't usually talk much about relationship like women. We are more expressive when it comes to relationship. And you've forgotten that marriage is agency in Nigeria. Marriage is status. Like this auntie now that's bagged this Ajesheku. How do they call it? Ajeku.
Oh my show. Talk where you collect like this.
This auntie that
on a good day like this.
Now, she's happy now. On Johnson, she's happy now. That is women for you. That is why she's so happy now. But look at what Stella said. Despite what we said about Stella, look at what she said about Daniel. He said he was traveling. Next thing, he's with another woman. So that tells me that he's been dating her, or perhaps he's been seeing someone else before the marriage even ended.
Auntie B, you know that man is a tall, dark man. And women nowadays,
dark chocolate.
They can't just resist. They can't resist when they see a tall, dark man.
Star Dark and Wicked.
Tall, dark, and chocolate.
Yes, my brother.
Star Dark and Wicked. Ben, that reminds me of something. You're Jackie Naughty. I saw one of your things today that you're doing on your cruise. By the way, your video productions are excellent.
Oh, thank you, Auntie B.
You need to tell me.
I need to go check that out.
Oh my God, your video production.
I think I subscribed to you though. I don't see him.
That's actually my cruising YouTube, my business YouTube. I have over 850 videos on my business YouTube.
Everything was fantastic. You need to teach me how to set my studio up because my equipment are all over the place. I'm not good with it. You have to teach me.
Auntie B, you are doing well. Keep doing what you're doing, Jerry.
Auntie B, you are expert too. You are an expert too.
No, I'm not. I need to. This my microphone is still sitting. I'm still stressing and shouting instead of me to be talking small. I need somebody to help me. That thing that they used to suspend it. I think that thing I used to see in Dr. Shola. I need somebody to help me. If I buy it, I don't buy me set there. That's the main thing. Anyway,
it's not hard, Auntie. I'll help you with that. It's not hard.
I wish you were close. What I was going to say, Ben, I saw your video where you were doing matchmaking. And a girl called from Nigeria. My gender, we get issues. We have issues, oh.
Wait, have to be. It's men's fault now. Why are you going that direction now all of a sudden?
Allah, whoa. Allah, be careful. Women have issues, men have issues. We all have issues, oh. Everybody they collect when the time is right. See, this girl called from Nigeria for your show. They talk, say, you dey ask her what he want. You know what he dey talk? She said she be single mother. What do you want? I want a man not too tall, not too short. All what she said was describing the physical attributes of a man. I was listening to it. My belly spoiler was, oh my God. This is how you end up with Tall, Dark and Wicked like this one, Uncle, that we're looking at now. Then I saw another of your show where I don't know when you posted it, when the guy said he was in Dubai, called and was looking for a woman, and he said, oh my God, that guy will make a fantastic husband. Everything he said made sense. When you talk about education, he said, education is not finished. We can learn anytime. She can go back to school. When you talk about income, it was like, no, if she can manage, at least I can feed 2 people. That guy he knew exactly what he wanted. I'm just trying to tell you how women are always, a lot of women don't even know what they are looking for. They are looking at the superficial. But you see, that is men, a lot of them that know themselves, they know what they want. Like the guy was so deep, he was so thorough. Every question you asked him, the answer was excellent. And I was shaking my head. I was like, wow, this guy is good. And he was talking about, he talked about, I just want peace. I want a woman that doesn't have anger problem. He was talking about real things. And my sister was talking about not too short, not too dark, not too chocolate, not too orange. I said, look at her. Look at her.
Aaron.
Actually, Auntie B, thank you very much for this free advert. Thank you.
What's the name of your channel?
What's the channel now? Free advert. What's the channel?
Oh, it's on Afro Netizen.
Okay, the name you were using to chat.
The YouTube one,
Afro Netizen. Afro Netizen is where I have a lot of audio files. I just posted those 2 just to use it to explain something to some people. So even my madam is saying I should post more, but
your
I think
are quite superb. Yeah.
Thank you.
Please spell Afro Netizen, I beg.
I'm posting it now in the comment section.
Okay, Afro Netizen.
Yeah.
Okay. So Auntie B,
did you study communication or something like that?
Ma?
Or you just learned it?
No, it's a video man now. He said it multiple times now that he does video.
I'm a video producer. I'm a media person. So
okay, I'm going to need your services to take my channel to the next level.
No problem, man. No problem. Anything for you, because you're actually doing great for people. This your platform is one of the best platforms I've seen so far. You and all these my beautiful aunties here are actually teaching people every day where you come live. In fact, I don't learn tire for here. And just like when I got into when you add me to the WhatsApp group, I just did there, just they learn. And I love the fact that the ladies on the WhatsApp group, they are super honest. I've never seen people who don't pretend on WhatsApp group before. Those ladies are so honest. They will just say their
No.
mind and all that. So, Auntie B, you are
Obolofa,
doing great.
thank
This
you.
problem we are having with Stella, Daniel, and whatever they are having now. I wish we have your channel before now. A lot of people would have learned from it, you know. And like you rightly point out, sometimes even in my own gig, when I interview people who wanted to meet husband or wife, because what I do is not actually matchmaking like that, or maybe you come, no, we call it connection. So what I do is I talk to potential single men and I talk to potential single women, try to find out where they're coming from and what they are looking
That,
for. And
that's the
then,
best channel. It's on the screen now. You can see it. I'm sharing the link as well. That's it.
oh, Auntie I'm looking at it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's your
Lovely.
channel there.
Hey,
Yeah,
Auntie B,
that's
you
the
want me
channel.
work now? That means I now have to post many audio files. So I've been trying to run away.
Try and build it. I think you are good at it. You are really good.
Yeah, basically because sometimes when people go out and they say they are looking for husband, especially all these XXX, my ex-husband, you need to ask that man some serious question. And sometimes when they meet a man, the man you are meeting for the first time, there are certain questions you can't ask him. But in my own case, if I have to ask the man the question, we will be talking man to man. I will just ask you straight up.
The funny thing is
What
that you were asking that, do you want a man or a woman? I thought that was so funny.
Auntie B, we are
In
in
2023
abroad,
now.
though. Oh,
Oh
God
my
bless you, Mr.
gosh.
Olao. We are in abroad, though. I need to ask them, do you want
Let
a
me
man
make
or a
sure.
He said,
woman?
do you want a man or do you want a woman? The guy was laughing.
Auntie B, I know I meet a lot of professional, independent, single ladies almost every day. They contact me. And my thing is, if I talk to a guy, if I talk to a man, and personally as a man myself, if I'm not confident that you are really serious, I'm not even bother to link you up with anybody. So that is just the thing. Yeah. So imagine make I go link one decent auntie now to somebody. You can't go find out, say the guy, they chase man like me. Ah, Auntie B,
That
now
thing,
me they will come back
that
when
thing
the
you are
man say,
doing is not easy. Oh. That matchmaking. All of you that are looking for Auntie to matchmake, you go and meet them. You go connect them.
That's a lot of work.
Hey,
A
Mike.
lot.
oh,
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work, a lot of
Pastor Shola is doing
interviews.
it. Tó bá rí kan tó ń fojú wọn rí lọ́hùn. People
They're
are
still
really-
dragging Pastor Shola for $200 from like 5 years ago.
Exactly. Pastor Shola will not drag
How
you,
is
but I will
it?
say you that is carrying yourself with your breast and your vagina.
That's how we know now, because it's dragging them back.
He drags them back. Oh. I can't do it. Holy shit. Thank you.
Auntie
Anyway,
B,
thank you, Brother
thank
Ben.
you, my sister. God bless you so much.
Amen.
Mr. Ola, my brother.
Thank you, boss.
No
Thank you,
worry,
my
we
guy.
go meet for Ondo.
No, you got
Don't
it.
join us there.
No, wala. OG no, but we did, we go there, we did.
We did, bro. Thank you, Auntie B.
Yes.
Thank you for the family for having me. Thank you, everybody.
All right. See you soon, Brother Ben. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Man of Prestige.
Yes, ma.
Ola.
Well done.
And let's round up. Final words.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting conversation. I jumped on because I wanted to really, because I wanted the bass balls. I wanted contentions. It's not necessarily about Stella now. It's about what is the issue, because none of us know Stella, but what is the issue that we saw in that story? And it's looking more like I think I saw on your coffee break said earlier that everybody is feeling like Stella is not holding herself accountable enough.
Yes.
And I see that.
It's not.
Yeah. But I still feel feelings that the weight of the accountability falls so much on
Both of
Stella.
them.
No, from what I'm seeing in the story, I think it falls mostly on Stella, because people just can't stand the idea of how are you so comfortable. This man, you snatch this man, and then you together join forces together allegedly to snatch their child. So I completely I get that. I understand it. I understand that where that's coming from. From that angle enough, like I'll tell you right now that the child is probably the one that will suffer the most. You just be dragging that child around.
Of course.
And that child will probably have a disconnect in identity at some point. that that child will need to work on as an adult later on. As far as Stella is concerned, there is a pattern here. The third time, there's a pattern here. As far
Yes.
as Daniel is concerned,
She's
there's
speaking
a
like she's a
pattern.
victim. That's how she's speaking, like she's a victim.
Right. She was better off not say anything about this marriage. Maybe talk about career or stuff like that. Because there's no way she's going to say anything that will be satisfactory at all.
No.
We don't expect her to come out and say, yes, I was her husband snatcher and I was instrumental. She probably won't do that. Anything else outside of that is not accountability as far as the public is concerned. So then in terms of Daniel, you said the right thing. If he's not saying anything, it's hard to really hold him accountable to anything outside of what we can see, which is he's doing it's a serial husband,
Serial husband.
yeah, and that, but from all indication it's not really a polygamist. He's a lover boy. If he's done, he will just abandon and go to the next one. Maybe I think some people call it serial monogamist actually. That's more so of what it is. But for us here, the lesson is this, okay? If you ever feel like you are the favorite, okay, ever, just take a closer look, because there might be something you are missing. It's probably unlikely that if you're in love with a Daniel 11, 12, 13 years ago, that you will be willing to ask questions. Because I think you said earlier, go and talk to the exes, right? There's a good chance that you won't want to find out what you don't want to find out. You get what I'm saying? If you're that, you don't want anything to spoil it, and you'll probably assume that, of course, the ex will spoil it. So she probably will shy. Like, imagine a talk by Oshin Ogun right now, going to go and ask Stella. She probably has heard stories that makes her feel like she's better than Stella.
Since she likes to talk, some apology would have been necessary at some point.
To maybe Doris, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would have gone a long way if she was able to do that.
Since she likes to talk in public, some apology would have. I think it would have. Since she's so bent on talking about marriage and she wants to be this marriage coach, you can't, just jump up and after all the mess, and you think people will listen to you. No, they wouldn't. They will not. You need to clear the mess first. And people will need to see some level of accountability in what, and it starts from owning up to your own mistakes.
Right. So the prerequisite to that is that she has to agree that she was wrong.
That okay, you did some you did some things.
Yeah.
You own up to the part that you played. You are not a victim. You are an active participant.
Yeah, none of the adults, including Tokpe Oshi and Stella, somebody has said Stella with our accent, you're correct. And Stella, right? None of the adults are victims. Maybe Doris, right? But again, depends on that, because I see some videos from the old times I'm going to go watch in terms of Doris. But maybe, but none of the adults are really victims here, But I think it's okay. I think you can round it up like that. I think it's an interesting conversation, But if you are feeling special today, somebody has history. They're coming from a place. There's a reason why they have the history they have. Okay, make sure that you engage wise counsel before you engage a person that has history, especially if they are painting. You said something correctly earlier, which is if they tend to be bashing their exes, directly or indirectly. That's something you should pay attention to.
It's red flag, you. Thank you, Ola.
All right, to be. Oh yeah, I do. I have about 10 questions that I'll be asking about 12 minutes on my channel about this topic. So please come and teach me. Everybody come and teach me, because I still have backstories that I'm not privy to with this case. So somebody come and help me. Is she going to be?
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Those of you that know more about the story, Ola wants to learn, no? So jump to Man of Prestige. He said he has 10 questions. I think he has 2 of them here already. So you can ask you the rest there. Thank you, Ola. Sometimes we agree to disagree. We can't always agree. It's fine. It's all about learning. But I wanted to say something before I end. Do you know something? We've been saying about how Daniel is not talking. Well, again, even though he's not, he's not a nice person. I don't even know the words to use to describe him. I think he's broken. He's a broken person. He's in pain. He's looking for Kontio Sonu. And he keeps jumping from one man to another. He doesn't care about the people that he hurts. Because I think Stella was hurt as well. As much as we don't, nobody's looking at her pain. I think she was hurt. The way JLB even put it, that the reason why Stella is crying up and down is because of Daniel leaving her to go and do wedding with another person. But there's something about Daniel's moves. The way he moves in silence. Somebody said he did a video once upon a time where he talked about the issues he had with Stella, and that he even accused her allegedly of cheating or things like that. I didn't see it, so I don't know. Somebody just made that comment in the comment section, right? But again, we are learning about silence. There is power in silence. Until Stella started granting interview again yesterday, we didn't even know that Daniel has remarried. How did we dig out this video of his new marriage to Tokpe? It's because of that interview. Because whether you like it or not, they are celebrities. Once they talk, people will, especially when it comes to something that is controversial. Their marriage itself was based on a lot of controversy. So people will talk. The blogs will carry it, and of course we will discuss it. Because a lot of people they have interest in this matter. You literally saw some of my callers saying that they've been waiting. Yes. But there is something about the way Daniel is moving. In silence. I think there's some learning there. I don't know whether it's positive or negative, but I think there's something about power. There is power in silence. This guy doesn't say jack. You even marry, we don't know. So they do wedding. Tonjo, onyo, shokpe, onshegwegwe. We did not know that. So, yeah. Can you see? That's a wedding. One more time. Let me play it for you people. Eh? As they pain them, it is sweet us. As they sweet us, they pain them. You see, see wedding. Be flower Danny. Wow. This guy get mind though. He get liver. And this one Nigerians, they say he get liver. Now wow. It is well. So we're gonna leave it here tonight. I think we've done justice to it. If Stella doesn't want people to talk, then she should stop talking. If she keeps talking, then the blogs will talk. Content creators will have content to create. So that's just how it works. As a public figure, when you keep talking, people will help you echo what you say. If you don't want people to talk about you, stop talking. It's simple. That's why I said when Judy was making noise and, shouting the other day, leave Odegu alone, leave Odegu alone. Say, will you get out and get in? Go and sit down somewhere. Go, take several seats, as you Americans will say it. Go and take several seats. If you don't want us to talk about you, you stop doing foolishness on social media. It's simple. Anyway, we're going to leave it here for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And then tomorrow we are back. We have a story of somebody that God delivered her from a Mongo Park. She didn't quite end up to fall into the hands of someone like a Daniel. She didn't end up with Daniel. God delivered her from a Daniel situation, a Mongo Park situation. She's very young. She's in her early 20s. And she's going to come tomorrow and share her story. So please join me tomorrow. This one is a real life situation. Loads of lessons to learn for young people, you Gen Z and millennials. You will learn quite a lot. You always say that we don't do stories about young people, but tomorrow we have a story about young people. So make sure you keep it a date with us tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you, and I shall see you tomorrow evening. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you later. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.